I'm going to try this. It has to be dramatic. So I'm going to share this $1 million tip with you guys because Mikey's dad he became a client of ours and he joined one of our inner circle programs. I think at the time it was like $65,000, $75,000. And then he started joining my events team. So I would have people where I would pay them $500, $1,000 a day. And these guys would get on stage and they would rock the room. And his dad was an ex-corporate. You know, we used to work for a company for 30 plus years. And what was the company called? Philip Morris, bad company, cigarette company. But anyway, I'm glad he came to the light. He left the dark side, came to Wealth Academy. Okay. So what would happen is this, right? He would get on stage and he would start speaking for me. And what we realized is sometimes he would try to be too much like me. And then sometimes he would try to be too much like him. And what Glenda just said, I've got so many stories. How many of you think, you know what, Shaqir, if only you knew my story, I've got so much to share with the world. How many of you know that, right? How many of you feel like, man, if Shaqir can make $20, $30, $50,000 a day, man, I can make 20 grand a month. Anyone? Well, guess what happens? Ian starts struggling, right? And I say to Ian, what we need to do for you is we need to create something called a story stack. And what this is, and all of you should do this, trust me, I'm giving this advice to Glenda, but I know the smart people here, they're going to be writing this down. What you want to do is come up with a spreadsheet and you want to ask yourself, what are the top 10, 20, 30 most interesting things that have ever happened to you? Does that make sense? And guess what? Some of them, it could be that you took care of a family member. You went through a divorce and you came out stronger. You lost 28 pounds of fat, like me. Okay. Okay. Maybe you've made $1 million. Maybe you've lost $1 million.
That's it.
Okay. I'm telling you this, one of my clients would share some of the most saddest stories. And you would look at that and you'd be like, oh my gosh, it touches me so much. Basically he had a kid and the kid passed away. And it's very sad because the kid passed away, basically a stillborn baby. The thing is, he learned to use that. And you know what he did? At the age of 50 or 52, the guy went out and got a six-pack, right? And then he went on to do like a boxing match. And it was just like, dude, you're like a speaker on stage. What are you doing? The thing is, he turned his story, okay, write this down, his adversity into an asset. A lot of you, because of how we're taught in society, we go through a bad experience and then we think people are going to think bad of us. The truth of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, your adversities in your mind. A guy called Mike Dillard, he's one of my friends. Some of you will know him. He's from Austin, Texas. He's been also a friend and mentor for me for over a decade. And this guy, I remember I was one day complaining to him. You know, sometimes you have a mentor and you like to complain. How many of my students are here? You know, sometimes you like to complain to your mentors. Okay, so that was me doing it to him, right? And he goes to me, you do realize that with every single adversity, it makes it for an interesting story. And I want to say, I took that a step further and I created, what if you take your adversities and you turn them into adventures where you're actually having fun, you're sharing your story, you're sharing the ups and downs, and then you turn them into assets. So this is the advice that I'm going to give you. It's worth at least $1 million. Write down, start with 5, then go to 10, then go to 20, then go to 30 stories that you can have in a spreadsheet. Okay. And I'm planning to do this myself, Glenda. You know why? Because yesterday I was making a joke to my wife about, you know, digging for gold. And I must have said something like, you know, I've always been a gold digger or something along those lines. Okay. And then I said, you know, at the age of 20 years old, I remember meeting someone and they said, hey, there's a gold mine in a place called Ghana. I had no idea where Ghana was, Ghana, Africa. And he said, you could make 90,000 pounds a day. I did not hear anything else apart from 90,000 pounds a day And guess what? Where I was on the next flight to Ghana. And I go to Ghana and I'm there, dressed up with another guy, this Indian dude, and I'm looking for those gold mines. And I remember finding it. And I was like, I think I was like 19, 20, I don't know, maybe 20, 21 years old. And I remember being in Ghana and coming to this realization, wow, there's people there, because I met people literally in Ghana digging for gold with their bare hands. And they had like one of those things, my mom would use to clean the rice up and stuff. What is it called?
A sifter.
There you go. It's called a sifter. Okay. They were sifting and they would come up to me and they would offer me these little tiny pieces of gold. And I was telling my wife, hey, I've been a gold digger since I was a young 19, 20-year-old kid. Now, obviously, the Ghana deal didn't work out and I had to turn into internet entrepreneurship. And as I came into internet entrepreneurship, I realized this valuable truth, which is your stories matter. Your stories sell. This is why. I don't know if you've ever met guys like Russell Brunson or Dan Kennedy. In 1 hour, they literally tell you 30 different stories. And here's the thing. When you tell a story, you can capture the audience in a much more profound way than me saying, hey guys, let me show you funnels. Now today, I am going to go behind the scenes of my funnels. I'm going to show you funnels that are making me $30,000 a day, $50,000 a month. The one yesterday making 10 grand a day. I'm going to show you so many different things today. That's fine. But if I don't put the stories in, I think I just saw Mike Barron. What's up, Mike? Did Mike just come in? Find him on the Zoom chat, please.
Shaq, I hate to crash the party, bro, but I seen you live right now, man, and I'm a student for life, man. I'm like, okay, last time I talked to the guy, I earned 24 million. Let me just talk to him again and see what we do this time around, man.
Well,
so I just want to come in and show some respect. Thank you, brother.
I appreciate it. Actually, yeah, there you go. So guys,
hey, Shaq, can I show you something real quick?
Go for it. No, show everyone real quick.
Okay. I don't want to ruin your party, man. Okay, so guys, hello everybody. My name is Mike Barron. I'm a high ticket closer, online entrepreneur. I've been in the online space for a better part of a decade. I met this gentleman here, 2018, 2019, and I was running a marketing ad agency, working with trainers and gym owners. And basically, I'm meeting Shaq, and I joined his coaching program. I actually joined the challenge. My daughter was just born. She's like 2 days old. I'm clicking around. I seen Shaq. I seen all his fancy plaques. I'm like, okay, let me see what this is. I joined the 5-day challenge. I ended up joining his mentorship and his inner circle. And Shaq said something to me. He's like, Mike, could I be real with you like a brother? I'm like, of course. He's like, dude, you're pretty decent at marketing. You're okay at funnels. You're okay at ads. But I don't know if that's you. I'm like, okay, what are you talking about? Mike, this is what you should do. You are elite at high ticket sales and closing. You are elite at brokering deals. I've been around the best in the industry. Go do that. I was already making $250,000 a month. Okay. Long story short, I did that about 3 years ago. And since that time, I became one of the fastest growing CEOs in America. I'm number 332 on Inc. 5000. I became a multi-millionaire. I told Shaq I always wanted a Lamborghini. I bought 6 Lamborghinis in the last 12 months. Not to say that's the end all. Shaq, look, I'll make this up, dude. Look at someone just sent me $100,000. Look, someone just sent me $96,000.
Well, let's
the most I ever made. The most I ever made, bro, was over $5K for a contract before I met you.
Wow.
Okay, I'm a confident guy, but you gave me the confidence to ask what I deserve. And I quote, Mike, you're talented. You deserve more. Okay, so Shaq, I keep going, bro. When I met Shaq, it was me and about 4 guys. Look, there's one of my students. He's watching me on a podcast, which is kind of weird. Okay, here's one of the cars I bought. This is a $500,000 car. That's one of them. This is my
$500,000 car, guys.
our training center. Here's Zuma. There's Zoom at the front desk. And this is the real deal. I just wanted to jump on and just say something. Look at Shaq. I don't know if you've seen this one. Got the GTR with the Mike Barron on the side. That's a $200,000 Nissan. Okay. We got the whole sales team over here. Let me see. What you doing, man? Hey, do you know Shaq, my mentor?
Yo. Oh, Shaq, what up, dude?
Yeah.
What's up, man?
This is the guy, man. This is why we're doing what we're doing right now.
What's up, bro?
You know my mentor, Shaq?
Shaq, I don't know him personally.
Here's another guy. He's doing a deal. Hey, Selson, you guys know my mentor, Shaq? So it's listen, it's real. It's real. Sometimes people will see me and they'll say, hey, I know you're a student of Shaqir. What's the secret? What are you doing that I'm not doing? And the truth is, all I did was listen to this guy. I built an entire business model based off of the 5-day challenge, based on the 2 meetings I had with him. I know Glenda. Glenda was there when I was first there. Glenda, nice to see you. Shaq, I don't want to give away all your secret sauce, but you told me about the journey of the entrepreneur.
By the way, just share it all. Share it all.
Share it all.
Share
So 3.5 years ago, Shaq says, Mike, have you heard of the journey of the entrepreneur? I said, I've never heard of it. Could you please tell me what it is? He says, first off, you want to make a lot of money, you need a high ticket skill set. We call that skill up. Okay. He said, number 2, after you have that high ticket skill set, like funnels or sales or marketing, number 2, we call that startup. You got to get the skill set and then you got to start. Go apply that. Like a dentist gets a degree, go fix teeth. Number 3, Mike, it's called scale up. You're such a brilliant guy. You need systems and procedures, and you need to replace yourself and actually get other people to do the work so you can be that guy out front and be creative. Skill up, startup, scale up. He says, number 4, do you know what it is? I'm like, Shaq, I don't know what it is. It's called sell up. You could do anything, but you can't do everything. This is when you have like equity stake and you actually have partners and they're doing a lot of the work, but they rely on your assets and your resources. I own over 24 businesses. If you know who I am, if you follow me on Instagram, a guy gave me a gym that he invested $400,000 into. He gave it to me in Phoenix, Arizona, because he's a millionaire in the lumber space and he has a bigger game he's playing and he knows me on the internet. So that's a whole different story. Skill up, startup, scale up, sell up. And the last one, he's like, Mike, have you heard of the ultimate entrepreneur? I'm like, I never heard of it. He's like, that is your legacy play. That is you on purpose. That's you giving back. That's your real estate. That's your portfolio. Okay. I could talk about that for hours. Long story short, I built a whole business on this. Here's my program, 100K sales, skill up, skill up, skill up. Here's my $7,500 product that Shaq told me to build, which is my Closer Academy, startup. Here's my agency program, scale up, sell up. And this is when people wire me $100,000. And we do a good job. We don't just take people's money, but I'm just freaking pumped. Anytime I see my brother Shaq, it's been a freaking year since I seen you in Orlando, man. I just wanted to come by and just say hello, everybody, man. That's it. That's all I got.
Dude, I appreciate you. I'm so proud of you, dude. And as you know, I'm always here supporting you.
Yes, sir.
Dude, God bless you. I'm so proud of you. And I'll tell you something about Mike. I usually don't like praising people in front of their face, but Mike is the kind of guy where when he's going up, he's bringing everyone up with him. Because here's what happens, guys. I'm meeting him, and he's like, giving me a hug, and he's showing his Lamborghini, and he's telling me all this. Out of nowhere, he's got these young other dudes. They're coming up to me, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you're Shaqir Hussain. You're Mike's mentor." And I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, and they're literally telling me, "Hey, well, I've made $1 million. Well, I've made $1 million." And Mike,
they have Lamborghinis too.
And they've got Lamborghinis too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, my students, my staff drive Lamborghinis, man. That's crazy.
Yeah,
John Payne is 28, Casey Cox is 21. It's not enough for me to make it, dude. Like, that's not what it's all of us. There's enough. We can do it together. So, Shaq, I'll tap you, dude. It's been too long,
dude,
man.
I appreciate it. Listen, just before you go, Mike, if there's anyone that's on the fence, they want to invest a premium amount of money into themselves, whether it's my inner circle, my one-on-one, what's the advice that you can share, dude?
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you like this. Okay, if you're not, obviously money's not everything, but Miss Freeman, it is the best way to keep track of the score. The most important thing, if you want to become successful financially, is to invest in yourself. It's not real estate. It's not the most important thing that you can invest into today is yourself. Believe me, Shaq, I didn't even tell you this, but I own properties now. I own multi-unit. Like, I didn't even have that in Orlando when I see you last year. But before I got into the real estate, I had to invest in myself. You have to go get information and data of people that are doing it at the highest level. Shaq, he met me. He's like, Mike, you're brilliant. You're freaking motivated. You're well-spoken. Why are you here? I said, Shaq, I'm here because you're doing things that I'm not doing. I need that data. There's no one that I know that has the data that you have. He's like, okay, that makes sense. So if you're not Mr. Heath, if you're not making millions of dollars yet, You need to you need to invest time, money, energy into yourself. That's one. Number two, you got to take it serious. When this guy talks, okay, I've made $24 million in the last 2 years. When I get around Shaq, I don't say shit. I just ask good questions and listen, and hopefully give him some value. And I show up with a notepad because it's one line. I talked to Shaq 6 months ago. He said, Mike, where are you at? I'm here. What are you running into? I'm running into this. Hey, Mike, do you know that at every new level, there's a new devil? Hold on, what? At every new level, there's a new devil. The devil is the problem that you need to solve to get to the next. It's little bars like that have equated to so much success for me. So you need to invest in yourself. Okay, that's one. You need to take it very serious. And that's two. Okay, I'm telling you right now, I took it very serious. You know, I don't know how many people have my level of success that come through the program. Me and Shaq didn't plan this. I'm not a paid actor or nothing like that. This is the guy. This is my coach. This is my mentor. This is my brother. This is my loved one. And if you guys are serious, just grab a notepad, take the information, duplicate and apply the information. And to all the hustlers, I'll see you at the top.
I appreciate it, brother. Much love.
Yeah,
let's give him a huge round of applause, you guys. Blow up the chat box. Congrats, Mike.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you.
Mike Barron.
I'll tap in. Peace, y'all.
Yeah, much love, brother. Much love. Guys, when I hear that, I'm like, do I even need to continue? Because it's almost like he just said it all. Isn't that amazing, you guys? Ladies and gentlemen, one more big round of applause. Come on. I mean, I see him and I'm fired up. Last time I saw him, I took him in the, I'll tell you what happened. I seen him in a place called Orlando, Florida. I was in America to get these awards and stuff, right? So I go there. He shows up in his Lamborghini and he's telling me he's got 3 Lamborghinis. And I take him to the side and I'm like, and his team comes up to me. Okay, so these are like young dudes that work with him and they're telling me how their lives have changed. And I just went up to him and I said, hey, Mike, 3 Lamborghinis is quite a lot. Are you cool with managing your finances? You want to stash some money in real estate? He's like, yeah, Shaq, just one of them made me over $1 million. I'm like, you keep buying. Guys, during that weekend, when we were at the ClickFunnels event, guess what he does? He goes and buys his 4th Lamborghini. 4th Lamborghini. Now, some of you might be thinking, okay, this is a big waste of money, but hear me out. In today's market, it's not a waste of money like it used to be 5, 10, 20 years ago, like my dad would say. In today's market, the luxury items go up, so it becomes an asset. Does that make sense? Okay, so you might be looking at a Lamborghini car, a $500,000 car, and you're like, but that's a depreciating asset. These days, it's not. It's an appreciating asset because people now show off their cars on Instagram and the price goes up and up and up. Does that make sense, everyone? And I remember seeing that, and then now he's telling me he's got 6 cars. I'm like, this is amazing. So, guys, I've got students right at the top. I got students that have started with us and they're just going out making their first deal. I saw Todd jump on. Todd has become one of my absolute favorite clients. I mean, Todd, you have a much more interesting story than I could ever tell. So I'd love for you to just jump on, brother. Put Todd on the big screen, please.
Hey, Shaq.
Hey, Todd, how are you?
Good. Where do you want to focus on? You said I had an interesting story. Which part?
Wherever you want to go with this, dude.
Okay, it's a deal. I got involved with Shaq in December of last year, and I'd gone through I was working with a nonprofit. I actually started a nonprofit in 2009, and it was an effort to bring clean water to an entire nation for the first time in history. And we started that in 2009 because it had never been done before. Nobody had ever tried to reach a whole country with water. And I was a pastor of a big church up in the DC area, had a bunch of young adults that were coming to the church that wanted to change the world. So we started that organization in 2009. Long story short, we got across the finish line and actually accomplished it. November 12th of 2020, right in the middle of the pandemic, we reached the last community in Liberia in West Africa, and every single human being in that country had access to basic water. And I got done with that. In 2021, I went through a burnout phase in my life. I didn't realize how much it had cost me over 12 years to do the work that we did in Liberia. I got malaria twice. I got COVID when I was there in November as we crossed the finish line. I had long COVID. So all of 2021, I had breathing problems and all sorts of issues in my life. So 2021 was a hard year. And I realized I needed to take some time away from everything. So I did that at the end of 21 and 22 when I got healthy again. And just started asking the question in my own life, what gets me out of bed? You know, because I had such passion for the last well, which was the nonprofit, and passion for the people of Liberia, and that was over. And I've always known this about myself. I need to find a passion to get me out of bed. I can't just work a normal job. I've never been able to do that. I wanted, you know, I need something to get me going. So I just started thinking through the process in 2022 about what have I done that really makes me happy, gives me joy. And it's always been speaking. It's always been teaching people. It's always been training, writing books, doing video work, you know, just sharing, you know, what Shaq calls my genius zone, right? It's the things that I do the best that I really want to focus on. So, and I've always been doing a lot of coaching, executive coaching, personal development, leadership training, mostly in these large churches that I was working for at the time. So I started asking the question, what does that look like for me back in last year? And around the fall, just before I called Shaqir, I was like, you know what, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue to speak. I'm going to get online on YouTube. I'm going to start teaching people and training people and sharing my life story and what I can offer to people. I'm just going to pour myself out, expecting nothing in return, because that's when my life has been the best. So I started putting this together back in November, this Mindset Mastery LLC that I started. And it was about helping people define their success and then achieve their success, because everybody's success is different, right? I mean, we just watched the guy on the screen just talking about 5 different Lamborghinis and $24 million. And by the way, that would be awesome. I'd be all over that. And I think that's where I'm headed. But the whole issue was people need to understand and define their success first, and then have a roadmap to get there. And that's what Shaqir does so well, by the way. He does it in online training and sales, which is why I hired him, because I wanted to get my message out, my story out, my background, what I've done to get where I am, and then share that with other people. And so I touched base with Shaqir, actually found him from a YouTube video. He can tell you more about that, but found him on a YouTube video, called him the same day. His website had his WhatsApp number on it. So I actually just got on WhatsApp and messaged him. I said, look, I want to talk to you right now. And so he called me right back like 30 minutes later, and we were on a 2-hour phone call. And I just said, look, I've been on online development and training before. I understand funnels. I get all this because we did it for our nonprofit. And that's another story. But I said, I'm familiar with this. So I need someone to move me through this process, because this is my passion. This is my mission. This is what I want to do with my life. This is my next chapter. This is my next last well, my next Liberia. And so we talked for 2 hours. And I don't know, Shaq, I mean, you said share everything. So 2 hours later, he told me that it was 120 grand, whatever it was, for his inner circle mastermind deal where I get everything. I said, look, I don't want to be in a group. I don't want to talk to you once a week. I don't want to watch your videos. I want someone literally walking alongside me, just like he did with the gentleman. Mark?
Mike. His name is Mike.
Sorry. Yeah, you told me all about him. I'm sorry. So just like he did with Mike. And so I did the same thing. I said, look, I'm going to put all this in. I'm going to burn the boats, so to speak. I'm going to put everything I have in this, because I know once I commit to something, I get it done, but I have to have the right team around me. So Shaqir and I penned a deal that day. Basically, it was the 120 grand mastermind deal, and we went all in. And I've got to tell you, that was a really challenging decision, even though I understood what my capabilities were. You know, the fact that when I jump in all the way. All that being true, it was still really challenging to make a commitment like that financially. And I'd never made a commitment, by the way. I'm 53. I'd never done anything like that, jumping in the way that I did. From that day, because of the commitment I made and the commitment that Shaqir made to me, we launched this thing December 12th. We launched 91 days later. I had a YouTube channel up. I had a website, a major funnel. I had 2 funnels going on Facebook. Facebook ads were running. YouTube ads run the month after that. The thing just jumped, massive action. And everything that we had set to do in 90 days, and he said, normally it takes 6 to 12 months. We did it in 90 days. I said, I don't have 6 or 12 months. I have 90 days to get this thing going. So he helped me with my offer, my value ladder, everything. And we launched day 91, one day after that 90-day goal. And just today, just to let you know, I just messaged Shaqir on this. we've been working through a lot of different, different things. And I've been saying, Shaqir, man, I need like a low ticket offer. I need some kind of course because I know how to teach, because I'm freaking out because I need a high ticket client. I mean, that's what we've been the goal. So just today, I had a call yesterday with a potential client. Today, I landed a $15,000 one-on-one client. I'm all fired up. Couldn't be happier. And what it did for me is it validated everything that Shaqir had set up. It validated the entire process. It validated my understanding that if I can have one $15,000 client, high-end client, I can do 4 of those in a month. That's 60 grand. If I can do 4, I can do 10. That's $150,000 a month. That's a lot of money. And that's the kind of, when I say that, when I look at Mike, $24 million in the last 2 years, that seems absurd. But here, this is crazy. Mentally, it's not absurd anymore because I got one $15,000 client, because I know it's math from there on out. It's just math. And I just can't, if you're sitting here, I know a lot of you guys are sitting here right now going, I heard Mike and $24 million, a bunch of Lamborghinis. Here's Todd making 15 grand in the first 90 days or whatever. And you hear it all. He didn't pay me to say this. He didn't pay Mike to get on there. I guarantee I know Shaqir. I just know it. And this stuff's real. So if you want to do something online, if you want to take expertise, if you know something a little better than someone else does, that makes you an expert. Honestly, people are looking for you just a little bit ahead of them. They want to hear what you have to say. So the only issue, and I've heard this my entire life, and I've said it so much, but I cannot tell you how silly it sounds sometimes and how true it is. It's all up here. I mean, my company's name is Mindset Mastery. It's funny. A lot of times I can sit down with people with in 10 minutes, I can define what's going on in their life, help them understand what the next step is. And a lot of times I can't do it for myself, right? You need somebody to walk alongside you. I told this woman that just hired me on as a first client, I said, listen, you don't go to the gym and hire 3 coaches. If you get a trainer, you don't hire 3 trainers. You hire 1 trainer. That's it. And I said, I'm going to be your mindset coach for the rest of your life if you'll give me that opportunity. You take 1 step, I'll take 5 steps. That's who I am. That's what I do. But don't get 2 other coaches. Don't go out there and find more YouTube channels. I'm your guy. And basically that's what Shaqir told me. And so I ditched all that other stuff I was reading, all the other books. I said, screw it. And I said, I'm going to go with Shaqir. Shaqir, I could talk forever. So that's it. That's my story. I'm done.
Guys, give this man a big round of applause. Yeah. Todd knows how much I love him as a client, so I don't have to share that. Todd, I'm so proud of you. Literally, your voice note came to me, and obviously, it's on my WhatsApp, so it's blowing up. Mikey, my video guy, he's known Todd from day one, right? They've been working together behind the scenes, going back and forth. And then my wife also knows Todd from day one. So my wife is over there. She's like, "Woo, congrats, Todd." There's Mikey, and he's like, that's it. So, dude, me and the whole team were super happy for you. And like I said to you, one simple advice. Sometimes the first sale is the most important one. Whether it was $3,000, I would have even be probably as happy if you just said to me, "Hey, I just made $3,000." I'll be like, yes, because it's just this mental tweak that happens. And what I find is when we help our clients make that. By the way, let's give Todd one more round of applause, please. Okay. And if you want to be the next Todd, type into the chat box right now, "I want to be the next Todd." Let's go. Let's see who are my next super success stories. Because guys, when I share this stuff with you, and again, Todd, Mike Barron, I don't have to pay them. I'm not telling them I'm buying them dinners and sending them stuff for them to join on. Just like yesterday, you heard from Emon. Okay. How many of you guys heard from Emon? Right? Like, I remember this guy joined the 5-day challenge, just like you guys, had a phone call with me directly, spoke to my team, joined my inner circle. One day I'm in San Diego. I get invited by Grant Cardone. How many of you know Grant Cardone? So Grant Cardone does this extra elite, ultra private, closed door, secret, penthouse party style event. Everyone is like an 8 and 9 figure entrepreneur. I'm literally there and I'm feeling like the brokest, poorest guy. Now, guess what I find out? Imon is in San Diego, okay? And they told us specifically, you cannot bring anyone, it's a private invite. Obviously, I didn't hear that part because sometimes I'm not good at following rules. So I said, Imon, You're coming in with me. You're my business partner for the day, and we're going to go in. And that's exactly what happened. I got him into the event, and literally in front of everyone, one thing led to another. He started connecting. I started introducing him to different people. He started doing potential business deals. He literally gets up and he's telling everyone how he's been a management consultant for like 13 plus years. People are just blown away. They go after him at the end. And I'm like, this is the power, guys. And I've seen it. 5-day challenge. If you just see this guy, Mike Barron, 5-day challenge. With Todd, he didn't even join my 5-day challenge. What he did is watch one of my YouTube videos. Does that make sense? Okay. And what do you think these YouTube videos are? These are all digital assets. Does that make sense? So maybe you're like, man, I'm never making a video on camera. That's fine. But if I said to you, you can make a video on YouTube, even if you get less than 100 views, you can make yourself 10 grand a month. How many of you will go and make YouTube videos? Yeah, you just don't, you haven't been rewarded in the right manner, this is why we say, this is what me and my team will help you do. We'll identify which business model is right for you. Some of you here, you want to build your own agency. Okay, we run 7-figure agencies. I've built multiple agencies in my 20s. I can show you. Some of you want to sell courses, coaching, consulting. Today, someone messaged me and they're like, they're making 20 grand a month, but they're so brand new to internet marketing. They have no clue. I said, hey, what you have to do is just do what I'm telling everyone here to do. Book a phone call with my team, see what is right for you. We're asking for a deposit of just, I think it's $1,000 or $5,000. What's the deposit? It's $1,000 deposit. Okay, it's fully refundable if we believe that you're not going to be a right fit. So you have nothing to lose, everything to gain. And then you get to speak to our team and see how we can help you. Does that sound cool, you guys? So I'm excited. I want to get cracking on because we have a lot of stuff. Ismail just posted something from our previous challenges. We've seen those who turn the camera on, 92% more chance of success launching their business. Okay, so let me ask you this. Okay, if you're just joining us and you've just, because people are coming in from all over the world, I get it. Turn your camera on. If you're like, you know what, I'm so shy, this is a safe space. No one here is going to pitch you their network marketing MLM program. No one's going to teach you, sell you a magic potion, lotion. Chill out. Just turn your camera on. This is a time where you have to push yourself. I know some people here, they're like, man, if only Shaqir, if only the people knew how messy my background was. Okay, just stick a Zoom cover on. Okay, I see Akib smiling because he's saying that's me, Abid, right? So guys, turn your camera on. We want to see. And with that being said, okay, yeah, Jenny goes, after trying many businesses, it's definitely scary, but I'm ready. I want to, now that we've had 2 amazing success stories share, I want to share with you guys, if we can go through. Day 4, okay, how to sell without being sleazy, slimy, scammy. How do you serve with your heart? And, you know, does this work? How many of you now believe strongly, does this work? By show of hands. Keep your hands up because I want to see who are the believers. Okay. And then I want to see who are the people that are not the believers. Okay. So give yourselves a big round of applause for having that shift. If you came to this 5-day event and you just heard Todd's story, ex-church pastor of decades, raised millions and millions of dollars. He's so humble. I think he's left now. This guy is so humble. This is why he's one of my favorite clients ever. He's so humble. He doesn't talk about the fact that he's raised tens of millions of dollars in the form of charity to help poor people, basically all over Africa and all over the world, get clean water. How many of you would love to do stuff like that? Okay. Sometimes what happens is you want to do good stuff. You want to make more money. You want to help people. But really, you have to first help yourself. Okay. And I'm sharing this with you now because you do not want to be whatever age you are right now. Imagine just adding an extra 5 years. Okay. Just play with me here. You know how old you're going to be. Just add 5 years more. Now add another 15 years on top of where you are right now. Imagine you're this age, add an extra, say 20 years. So right now I'm 34. If I add an extra 20 years, I'm going to be 54. Okay. So I can kind of picture myself 54 years old, still have a nice big black beard, hopefully have my hair if I'm not stressed out by my team, which I'm not. Okay. Let's say I'm 54 years old. Now imagine yourself 20 years ahead. And then you look back and you say to yourself, oh, you know what? I really wanted to build this school. I really wanted to do this charity work. I really wanted to help the poor people. I really wanted to help all of these people. But you know what? I can't even help myself. Does that make sense? And if you start to think about it, and some of you, I know, okay, I'm human as well. Some of you, you don't even care about charity. That's fine. Maybe you don't want to help the world. Maybe you just want to help your friends and family. How many of you would just love to just help your own friends and family by a show of hands? Okay. So we have about 95% of people that are helpers. The other 5%, I'd have to put them in the selfish category. Or maybe the hands aren't working today. Okay. So engage with me, have some fun, because we want to have fun. Here's what I will say. It's always uncomfortable making the short-term decision. Okay. It's painful. I know this, right? You've heard from our clients. You've heard from Mike Barron, made $24 million in the last 2 years. He's literally there. He's a real person. You can find him on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. There's Todd Phillips. He's a real person from Dallas, Texas. I have seen this is the first stage. Number one, you have to commit. Okay, I'm going to go through the funnel stuff in just a few minutes. But number one, you have to commit to a bigger future. If you can commit yourself to a bigger future, then everything else becomes easier. And this was the mantra that my mentors taught me. The stronger the why, the easier the how. Of course, you don't know how to make $1 million. It doesn't matter what programs you're in, what programs you've bought. Of course, you don't know how to make 100 grand a month. That's why you're here. If you knew it, then you wouldn't be here. Does that make sense? Now, don't get into, you see, I don't know. Can you see my bookshelf behind me? Let me see if I can show them. Can you see this bookshelf? Okay. I remember when I first got started, I would love to just join everyone's webinars, everyone's free classes, everyone's lead magnet. I was on everyone's email list. I'm open for everyone. How many of you feel like that sometimes? It's like everyone else is sending you messages. Remember, if everyone else is sending you messages, you're the consumer, you're not the producer. Producers get paid. When you work with me and my team, we help you become a producer from day one. So no more chasing freebies, or let's see what this person is doing. Oh, I'm not ready. Of course you're not ready. You're not ready to do anything. That's why you have to commit. Does that make sense? Okay. And commitment takes uncertainty. Commitment is scary. Of course, your wife is not going to support you, dude, because the last 5 programs didn't work out. Who knows what I'm talking about? Yes, dear and darlings, this goes for you ladies as well, okay? I try to be a gentleman, so I don't pick on the ladies. I just pick on the guys all the time, okay? But guys, I know, okay? Of course, your wife is going to be mad at you when she finds another $20,000 that you've racked up on a credit card. Of course, it's scary. But if you don't take charge, okay, what happens? Nothing changes. And the reason why I share with you my shelf, okay, because one of my mentors used to say, don't get stuck in shelf development. You guys get that? Don't get stuck in just trying to learn. Learning more is not going to make you money. This is why our program is called 90-Day Accelerator, because it's not a 90-day learning machine. It's 90-day. You're going to come in, we're going to tell you what to do, and you're going to accelerate. And I'm going to share with you, just like how Mike and Todd shared just today. Okay, just today I was on, where was I? I got a message from my team, and well, it's not my team. I got a message on my text message on my WhatsApp. Okay. Can you guys see this? I'm just going to share with you. Okay. This just came in. Okay. It's funny because the notification came in whilst Todd was speaking. How many of you, if you made an extra 30 grand a month, your entire life would just change? How many of you think, you know what? My wife, my kids, my grandkids, the people around me, they'll just respect me a lot more if I had my finances in order. Right? Today, my wife said something. She's not here, so I'll say this. She said to me, you know, you're driven by status. Okay. And I thought to myself, I didn't want to say anything. Then I thought to myself, yeah, I am. You know, and it's okay because we all are, as long as it doesn't get to your ego and stuff. And I give credit to God anyway, so it's not even from me. However, the reason why I'm sharing this with you is yesterday I shared with you guys a company. I approached a company. I had one phone call, and I said to them, if you pay me $30,000 cash, and all I'm going to do is basically just consult you, and I'll build you one funnel. Okay, how many funnels, guys? One. Point the number one. Okay, because I'm about to show you something that my team and I, Ismail, how long did you spend on the SFC campaign and the tons of done for you funnels? You put like 20 done for you funnels. I mean, that must have taken you probably a few months to prepare, right? I'm going to share with you some of these crazy things. And the reason is because of this. Okay, watch this. This is a $60 million company, and they've just paid me $30,000 today. But here's what they're giving me. Okay, they are giving me 30% of the net profit of the entire business, of the sales that my funnel now brings in. Do you guys see where I'm going with this? I'm going to share with you a model today where one, you can get paid up front. And then two, you can also get passive recurring income. How many of you like the idea of getting passive recurring income? Okay. And let me tell you, you don't have to partner up with a $60 million company like I've done. What if you just partnered up with a $6 million company, or even a $600,000 company, or £600,000 company? The shop, your dentist, your local dentist, your local accountants. What if you could come up with a deal where they pay you upfront cash, so you can give them a funnel that I'm going to show you guys, and then you get passive recurring income every single month? Yes or no? Okay, sounds good. Seems like if you guys are excited, type into the chat box, I'm excited, because we got over 1,000 customers. So this 100% works. The only question is, are you going to make it work for you? And the only way you do that, like I said yesterday, is by booking a phone call with our team. Ismail, if you can just check the Stripe account and just give me a few names. So let me give them a shout out. Kiva, congratulations, Kiva. John, you got to give me the full names, bro. John Kazarek, he can't pronounce. Sorry, John. I know you've just paid us a bunch of money. We'll get your name right. Who else? Okay, he's bringing up the list, but I want you guys all to give a huge round of applause to all the new people that have just joined. Okay, who else has just joined? Who? Abid. Abid, give him a big round of applause. Okay. Benjamin, give Benjamin a big round of applause. Okay, and this is not a cheap program, because like I said to you guys, we don't do cheap stuff. Okay, we're here. You've heard of a handful of my clients making millions and millions of dollars. Some of my clients just starting off making tens of thousands of dollars a month. So when we do stuff, we want to do it properly. So we've got, I don't know how many spots we have left, but like I said, I want 20 people. Okay, the only question you have to ask yourself is, how do I get into this 20? Because let me tell you this, and I'm saying this straight to you, just you and me, no one else. I guarantee you are going to get results better than anything else you've ever done. Okay. By the way, this is why we ask you to put down a deposit. Because if I don't believe that you're going to be one of our next success stories, then unfortunately, we're just going to refund you. You know, it's not going to work out. I think Ismail, unfortunately, is it one or two? Two people you're already canceling? I think it's two people. We just said, hey, listen, thanks for paying the deposit, but you're not going to be right fit for us. Is that okay with you guys? Why? Because we don't want someone that's going to come in half-assed. Okay, excuse my language. We want someone that's going to come in and say, hey, listen, show me what to do, help me, and I'm going to help you. And I don't care if you're 53 or 54 years old like Todd, okay, or if you're 25 years old. If you come in with the mindset that you're going to do the work, you're going to follow our protocol, our proven systems and formula, then you're going to get results. It's as simple as that. So with that being said, make sure this is the link, funnels.com/VIP. Go and apply. We do have financing options, but you have to be in a position where you can invest in yourself. Okay. Also, is Wise available? Okay, Ismail is going to sort out some financing options for anyone that needs an interest-free loan, but you have to book a call to find out. So with that being said, guys, let's get cracking on. Today, we're going to go straight into it. There's the helicopter outside, so hopefully you guys can't hear the helicopter. You can't close the door, Mikey. Okay, so they won't hear it. All right, so let's go straight into it. This is the worksheet that we're going to go over. So everyone pull this out. Day 4, good. Day 3 and day 4. Okay, so this was from day 3. This one, and we're going to pull up day 4 as well. So if you have a printer nearby, like Glenda, she just prints it out. Ismail, if you can get day 4 worksheet up. Oh, no, it's day 3. It's day 3. Okay, so this is the worksheet. I'm going to just send you guys a link. Everybody. Okay, this is the worksheet. And you guys can go here. Okay, so first link goes to the worksheet. Second link goes, if you want to book a call with our team, please make sure you book that call today. So we are going to go over here, and I'm just going to pick on who wants to go as a case study. Raise your hand if you want to go as a case study, and I'll pick you up and I'll work with you on this. Can they see my screen? Yeah. All right, raise your hand if that's you. Just type in pick me. I'm just going to pick one random person. Now let me pick someone. Okay, so you're going to tell me what your product is, though, if you have a product or service, okay? Actually, let's just do Glenda. She's showing up more than everyone else, so she gets to get first pick, okay? And tomorrow, guys, just so you know, tomorrow is going to be our final day, but we have some extra bonuses, so you need to show up because we're going to be announcing some prizes tomorrow as well. 3 people won cash prizes. You have to message me on Facebook, okay? All 3 of them are ladies? Okay. Maybe 2 of them are ladies, or all 3 of them are ladies, okay? So, sorry if I forget your name. Please message me on Facebook to win your cash prize, okay? So let's go over this. This is basically what we call the $1 million pyramid. And I'm going to walk you guys through this. Okay, so for example, number 1, you don't have to get this exactly right, okay? Because we will tweak this as you go along. But the important thing is, if someone said to you, actually, is Abid there? Let's pick, is Abid there?
Yeah, he's there.
Unmute him. Let's bring him on. Put him on the big screen so I can see him, please. Hey, Abid.
Hey,
Hey, Assalamu alaikum. How's it going?
good, good. How are you?
Good. I thought I'd bring you on because we haven't done this. I've done this plenty of times with Glenda. I thought, you know what, let's put a fresh face on. So let's do this, yeah? So
Okay.
you are one of them. I heard you just put down a deposit to get started with us. So mashallah,
I did, yeah.
congratulations. Okay, you're in for an absolute treat. This is going to be great for you. Secondly, do you have a product or service to sell right now?
Well, not right now, but I'm thinking about, I have an IT background, so I've been working with data. So something to do with data, specialized courses, which are not that I'm aware of, that they're available for the data professionals who want to get into this field, or they want to grow their knowledge in this field.
Okay, so first of all, let me give you the good news. The good news is they're available. And there's a lot of money in the data space because I already know companies and funnels that are in this space. Does that give you some peace of mind?
Yeah.
Good. Now, the next thing is some of you may feel like, you know what? I don't know what I'm going to sell. That's okay. Okay. This is why we recommend you book a call, because then me and my team, we can figure out what is going to be right for you to sell based on your personality. So let's just say, Abid, the first section here stands for a lead magnet. Okay. Now, what is a lead magnet? A lead magnet is something that you give away for free of high value. Why do you give this away for free? Because then you can build know, like, and trust. Write this down. KLT, know, like, and trust. If people know you, if they like you and they trust you, they will pull out their credit card and buy from you. Simple as that. Okay. The 3 reasons why people don't buy. 1, they don't believe that it's right for them. Okay. So for example, if I just start talking about how to lose weight, I'm going to, and I'm selling a weight loss program, I'm going to instantly lose at least 50 to 80% of the people here. Yes or no? Because the people here are interested in how to make money using the power of funnels, courses, agency. Yes or no? Yes. Secondly, people believe that the program, if they buy it, it doesn't work. Do you guys get that? Do you realize now why, instead of me just talking about how I've made tens of millions of pounds and all of this stuff, I brought on other people that are just like you? Yes or no? You heard from guys that drive Lamborghinis to the people that are in their 50s, to guys that are in different backgrounds. One used to be like living in a closet. You're hearing from different backgrounds. Now, do you believe that this stuff works? Yes or no? The last one, the reason why people don't buy is this. They believe that even if they buy it, it won't work for them. And that's a very sad place to be. Does that make sense? Right? Because that means they've lost all belief and all support in themselves. So even if they know something is good for them, they won't take action on it. Does that make sense? Okay, so if you're in that category, then just ask yourself, hey, where am I on these 3 things? Do I believe this will work? Yes. Do I believe it will work for me? Yes. Can other people make it work? Yes. Okay, so these are the 3 critical factors. Then we go on to the KLT, know, like, and trust. And when you have this, this is what you want to write down. It will take 5 to 7 touch points for people to build trust with you. Now, if I said to brother over here, Abid, okay, Abid, there's a prospect that's going to give you $10,000, but you need to go and touch him 7 times. Okay, he's going to be like, wow, I don't want to touch this person 7 times. Okay, for any amount of money. But if I said to him, Abid, you don't have to touch him. Your funnel has to do the touching. Do you see the difference? So as I'm talking to you here, I'm spending, I'm not sure exactly what the numbers are, but probably anywhere from maybe $1,000 to $1,500 a day on just Facebook ads. Okay. So as I'm talking to you here now, Abid, I have Facebook ads that's working for me. These are my digital assets that's working for me in the background. Do you guys get that? That's called leverage. Write this down. Leverage equals wealth. The more leverage that you have in your life, the more wealthier you're going to become. So if you don't have $500,000 or 500,000 pounds to go and put in towards a property, or even $200,000 to put down on a property, but you want to make that income where it's way more than just buying a property, then you have to look at the different asset classes that exists, right? For me, it's digital courses, coaching programs, and funnels. So let's just say, going to Abid right now, his product is good. I'm just going to come up with the names because I'm a pro at this, and it's just going to be much more easier if that's okay. Okay. So for example, when someone is in the data sector, let's just say the free lead magnet could be 5 secrets for data. Is it going to be data protection, data? What sort of data is it?
It's going to be data. Let's call it data privacy for now.
Data privacy. So you've probably seen Jamal,
Yeah.
and if I just, by the way, how do you know if something is hot? Write this down. You go to Google and you type in data privacy. And when you go to data privacy, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 ads. Do you guys get that? It's a little hack. Okay. Benjamin, are you listening? Pay attention, yeah? All right, I'm going to call you guys out because I want you guys to learn, not just watch, but actually learn and implement this. So if you see sponsored ad, that means someone else is spending money to advertise. Do you know who spends money to advertise? People that make more money. If I spend $10,000, I'm trying to make at least $20,000 back. Yes or no?
Yep.
These companies, they're not stupid. Okay. Data privacy policy. Number one CDP in a worldwide market share. Do you think they're just going to run ads for the sake of it? No, they run ads so that they can get an ROI. Write this down. Everything that you need to do, you need to focus on an ROI. Right now, if you have $20,000 in your bank account, there is no ROI. Okay. Interest payments, lame, doesn't count. Okay. So you have to ask yourself, how do I get an ROI on everything that I do and all the resources that I have? So if I go over here and I just click on this over here, data privacy protection, do I see something where people are running ads? Yes. Privacy compliance hub, your fast, simple, expert design route to privacy compliance. Get your data privacy sorted, including GDPR, CCPA, with our award-winning solution. Okay, is this stuff that you could help with?
Yeah, for sure. It's implementing this solution to solve the data privacy problems for all big corporations.
Absolutely. And if I asked you, you've been in this game for the last 20 years, do you have your own website or funnel that shows you? Yes or no? Can't hear you.
No.
It's a big fat no. He's smiling, but I can feel the pain through the screen. Okay? Because you know why I feel the pain? Avid, you're the guy that's showing up. There's so many other people here. They're like, I don't have a website, but I've been in this game. I've been in this industry for XYZ. So first of all, we want to identify, okay, does this market have money? I would say 100% yes. Secondly, let's go to this little website called Amazon and let's type in the same thing, privacy compliance. Let's see other people writing books about it. Their practical guide to HIPAA privacy or whatever that term is. Okay. Okay. Are people writing books? Yes or no? This person selling their book for £131. Practical guide determines field to privacy policy, privacy compliance services, customer privacy. Guys, are there books on privacy? Yes or no?
Yep.
So if there are people running ads, if there is books being published, let's go even a little bit step further and let's type in maybe Udemy, let's type in Maven. This is basically when you launch a course, we teach you, for example, like Abid, when we teach you how to launch your course and you're selling high ticket courses, okay, after you've made say X amount of money, maybe 100K, 250K, and now you're like, you know what, I want to help as many people as possible. Then we can show you how to put your product on ClickBank and Maven and Udemy. So now you can reach thousands of people. Does that make sense? So watch this, guys. Imagine now I am Abid. I'm just going to type in data privacy. So on Udemy, we can go and see if other people are selling data privacy. What do you guys see? Oh my gosh. Robert Sullivan, MA, MBA, blah, blah, blah. 2,000 reviews. Hey, Abid, is there money in this niche? Yes or no? You tell me.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now my question to you is, Abid, when are you getting your slice of the pie? Because other people like Robert Sullivan and Professor Romeo Kadir and Roland Costilla are making money. So great job, because this is exactly what we're going to teach you, except we teach you high ticket. Okay, they're selling their courses for $10, $20. We teach you how to go straight for the high ticket. So for example, 5 secrets for data privacy. Here, you're going to give this away for free because you want to bring value. These are the details. And everyone follow me along and do your own thing here, okay? So come over here. What are the details? People make mistakes in data privacy. Abid, after 20 years of expertise, is giving away his 5 best secrets to overcome data privacy challenges and get professional help with a premium service. Okay. And by the way, I usually say, and this is something I learned from my mentor, if you've been doing something for, 1 to 3 years, you can position yourself as an expert. If you have 5 to 10 years, then you are a specialist. If you have 10 to 20 years, not to praise Abid, but that's where you go on the genius level. Does that make sense? If you have 10 years in any industry, I don't care if it's real estate, it's marketing, this is where you get to that genius level. And on a pyramid, this is how it looks like, okay? Can I write on here? Okay, please connect it. Let me just show them. Okay, because this one little, let me see if I can. I'm sure I've got it somewhere, but if it's easier. Okay, let's do share via cable. And just like that, there you go. Okay, wow, this is better. Okay, this is what I like to do. So at the bottom, we have something called a generalist. Okay, so a generalist will usually get paid a specific hour. This is, your 10 to 30 bucks an hour. Okay, so if you get paid 10 to 30 bucks an hour, there's a good chance in your life right now, you are a generalist. Okay, after a generalist, what we have is we have someone who's like an expert. Okay, an expert could get paid, say, 30 to 300 bucks an hour. A specialist, okay, could get paid $300 to $1,000 per hour. An authority in the marketplace can get paid $1,000 to $3,000 per hour. How many of you just got an aha from this right now? No, I can't hear them. You need to type into the chat box, aha. Before I move on, I need to see at least 50 aha. Let's go. Quickly, let's go. Okay. Because if you're not getting it, I don't want to move ahead, right? So next time you ask yourself, why am I not making more money? Ask yourself this question. Where am I operating from? Okay. Now, at the top is what we call celebrity authority. And over here, this is where you can get paid $3,000 to $10,000 to $100,000 for the hour. How many of you are just like, are you freaking kidding me? I don't know if you went to school, college, and university, but no one taught me this stuff when I went there, okay? The wire that just came in and I showed you guys, okay, all praise to God, 30,000 bucks comes in. My finance guy messages me and he goes, what's this for? And I say to him, I spent 2 hours with John. His response is, he basically says, mashallah, he says, all praise to God. And then he goes this, okay, well, that's $15,000 per hour. Good job. Abid, does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to get all of you into is in the top bracket. The top bracket over here. And by the way, maybe you're not going to jump in there, and that's fine. But at least join me here. At least work with me to come up here instead of being stuck down here. Right? And how do you get over here? How do you get to that top stage? You want to position yourself as an authority. So here's a few facts about becoming an authority that you guys want to write down. Number one, you have to know more for about a topic than other people. Okay. Number two is you have to have a story that positions, okay, that positions your lessons, your experience and expertise. Okay. When you do this, people like you, people get magnetically attracted to you, and people have an affinity to you. How many of you, not to toot my own horn, kind of feel like that with me right now? You've never even met me. Yes or no? But because you've spent time with me, because you got to know me, because what I gave you value, write this down, value. So here's what happens, and this is something I learned many years ago. It changed my life forever. And everyone around me, they operate like this. If they don't, they're out. I have no space for people that just suck my energy, okay? Unless it's family, God bless them, I love them, so I put up with my family. But my family is not like that. I have a great family. I love them to bits, okay? However, no friends, no customers, no long-term engagement works without an exchange of value. Yes or no? Reason why you're sacrificing your time, energy, your loved ones right now to spend time with me, I'm here in London, you're in some other country all over the world, is because you're getting value. If you give someone value, here's what happens. Subconsciously, they build a trust bond with you. And they say to themselves, that person has a solution, I want it. Yes or no? Your job, ladies and gentlemen, is to do that. Okay, so how do you do this? I'm going to share with you a few ways. No, I just want to talk over this, yeah? Because basically, there's this study that was done in 1961, a series of social psychological experience began. They conducted over several years by Yale University. Okay, this psychologist called Stanley Milgram. And these experiences would test and study the behavior and actions of participants to obey authority figures who instructed them to basically do a bunch of activities. So if you go down the street and you see a policeman, what happens? There's automatic obedience to authority. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Nothing changes. If there is a teacher, if there is someone I don't have a whiteboard, but I've got a whiteboard here. These days we're fancy, so we have the digital whiteboard. But if you see someone with a pen and paper or a pen and a board, what automatically you're like, he's a teacher. Yes or no? From a young age, you have been taught to respect people that are teachers. So this is another way that you increase your authority. You teach people something. Write this down. Okay? So if you teach, preach, and you tell others what to do, you have authority. If you have third-party validation, aka social proof testimonials, you have authority. If you have results, then you have authority. If you write words or you speak, you have authority. Did you guys get that? I'm just going to summarize it again. 6 ways, 6 easy ways to manufacture authority. Know something others don't, so you can give value. Claim something others don't. Okay. Teach, preach, tell others what to do. Third-party validation. Have results. Write words or speak, aka make videos. Just write that out for them, please. Okay. If you wrote it out, by the way, feel free to post it in the chat box because some people are a little bit slow. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. I got you. Okay. Someone's got you. Who's got you? Are you kidding me? No one's done it? Okay. Re-H. Hey, Ismail, let's give one of the prizes to Re-H. Okay, what should we give him? Let's give him the certification courses. Done. Re-H, where are you? Where's Re? Is he? I don't see him. There you go. Re, we're giving you one of our entire digital courses. We've sold this program for $10,000 to $20,000 all over the world. Give him a big round of applause. Okay, this is a really valuable program. Please go through it. If you go to our website right now, we sell this thing for $10,000 to $20,000. Okay, so you're going to get access to the digital copy, digital course access. The reason why he's going to get it, why? Because he has to be rewarded. Now, here's the secret about manufacturing massive amounts of authority and making a lot of money. Sometimes you just have to do stuff with no expectation of getting anything back. Did you guys get that? This is a secret law of wealth creation. I'm doing this challenge. I know, hey, I'm going to do a great job. I'm going to over deliver to you guys. And I just have the 1,100 people that have registered. I'm going to just select 20 people. That's it. And I'm going to get to know you on a very personal level, because I am 100% committed with my team to help you become successful. Okay, so great job. Next thing is, this is what we call the email follow-up. So remember I said Abid needs to have 7 touch points. Now, most people, they have maybe 1 or 2 touch points. What we do with our clients is we teach them how to have 30 touch points. So 30 touch points means 30 automated emails, okay? And what is this email? The price is going to be 0, okay? And then 30 touch points, 30 emails, what's the value? So 30 lessons on data privacy, mistakes, lessons, stories, insights. Hey, Abid, in your 20-year career, have you met at least 20 people that know, like, and trust you? Put him on the big screen, please. I cannot hear.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, Abid, far away.
Sorry, what was the question again? People who can trust me?
Yeah, do you have at least 10 to 20 people that you've met over the last 20 years?
Absolutely, yeah.
There you go. Good man, I like him already. So now what we're going to do is maybe we'll pick on 10 people that he knows, plus 10 other people in the industry. For example, he's in the data privacy space, okay? So I already know, my team already know other people in the data privacy space. One of the first things I'm going to do is say, hey, do you like making videos, or are you more of a audio guy? What would you prefer?
I can do either.
He can do either.
Yeah.
That's by the way, if that didn't tell you anything, that's called commitment. I'll do either. Basically, he's saying, listen, dude, I'll pay the price. Okay, that's what he's saying. So learn from that. Now, what I'll do immediately is I'll introduce you to Jamal. Jamal has a data privacy podcast. Thing is, Jamal doesn't actually like, you've heard of Jamal. He doesn't like making videos, but what he does like doing is podcasts. Okay, so guess what I'll do? I'll introduce you to him so you can jump on his podcast and he can get on yours.
Okay.
So now what happens, if we do that 20 times, now there's 20, let's just say each one is maybe an hour long. That's 20 hours of valuable content that shows Abid as the expert. Now, if I came up to you, Abid, and I wanted to learn something from you, do you think if I spent 20 hours with you, I could build some know, like, and trust with you? Yes or no?
Yes, absolutely.
If I forget 20 hours, let's just say even 10 hours, would I feel like, you know what, Abid really understands my pain points because I'm in the data privacy for only 2 years, but he's got 20 years on me? Yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
Write this rule of thumb down. For every $1,000 that you want from someone, minimum 1 hour of content. Okay, so if you want to go and
Did you say $1,000? Sorry, did you say $1,000?
each hour is worth at least $1,000. So for example, if Abid, we're going to teach you how to sell a $2,500 program, $5,000, $10,000 program. Okay. So we want to make sure that you have 2.5 hours to 10 hours of high value content that you can share to the rest of the world. Okay. So now this product, the first one, we will call it the automated call funnel webinar. Okay. So this is also free. What is it? It's a free webinar that teaches your dream customer, say 5 lessons on your unique methodology. Okay, so after that, we're going to introduce your first product. What's going to be your first product? Data Privacy Accelerator. What's the price that we want to charge? I always say at least $3,000. You're in, are you in Canada or America? Where are you?
Canada.
Canada, Toronto, right?
Yep.
Yep. So $3,000. Okay. The reason why we say $3,000 is very simple. Look, I want you guys to be motivated and excited. If Abid does all this work and he makes a measly $300 and he makes 5 sales in a month, it's $1,500. He can't even pay his rent, $1,500 in Toronto. But now let me ask you this. If you made 5 sales at 3K, that's 15 G's. That would get him out of bed. Yes or no?
Yep.
So now, what's the details of this? Well, this could be your 6 to 12 week program. It could be a digital course. It could be a program on maybe a phone call with you to jumpstart someone's career jumpstart. Okay. And basically, let's have a tagline. His Data Privacy Accelerator, compressing 20 years into 20 days. I like that. Okay. Or 20 weeks. I like that. Okay. So what is this going to be? 20 weeks is how many months? 5 months? That's too long. Let's just do 20 in 12 weeks. 12 weeks is better. Okay. 3 months. So this is $3,000. Now, remember his ideal client, and I'm just going to throw this out there. Okay. Is going to basically be a 27-year-old to a 32-year-old. He's probably got around $50,000 to $100,000 saved up, and he's in your space, data privacy, IT, and he's trying to figure out what route can I take so I can fast track my career. Abid, can you help someone do that?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And by the way, if you're like, I wouldn't know how to help someone, that's why we're here. We will help you find the career path, the delivery path. Does that make sense? So have full confidence. We will do that part with you. Okay. So now he's going to be able to help someone fast track. So let's just call this Data Privacy Fast Track. And what is the Data Privacy Fast Track? This one is all about compressing 20 years into 12 weeks, the lessons that you've learned and the secrets that you've discovered. The fast track, and this is a course, okay? This is a course program. Write this down, guys. Course, okay? Hold on. So data privacy course. The next one is a data privacy fast track coaching program. This is where it's and I'm going to share this with you, DWY. So first one is DIY. DIY stands for do it yourself. DWY. Is this valuable stuff for you guys? Just type in valuable. So once upon a time, I would get on stage and I would pitch these programs, right? So I would like speak for like 1 or 2 hours, and I would tell people, go to the back of the room and buy. You've all experienced what that is, yeah? So what would happen is sometimes I'd get really confused as to some days people will just run to the back and they buy, and other days they wouldn't. So there's a guy called John Lee. Anyone heard of John Lee? Okay, some of you. Okay, so John, he's stopped now, maybe retired, he's become an investor. But I remember paying John 15 grand for one day. He drives in his Lamborghini, parks downstairs in my penthouse, comes upstairs, and he spends the whole day, one day with me. And during that day, he gives me the key to this. And he goes, I'm going to share with you 3 letters, 3 words. And every time you make an offer, you have to add this in. Ismail, did you even know this? Okay, which is this. DIY stands for do it yourself. Now, some of you here, for example, the course that we gave that's a DIY, that's a do it yourself program. Then the program that we're offering to all of you here today, the VIP Funnels Accelerator, well, guess what that is? That's a DWY. It's a done with you program. Do you guys get that? Because some people, they want it done with you. Then we come over here and let's just call this Data Privacy Intensive Mastermind. Okay, this is your Big Daddy program. This is where, Abid, how much is it to spend a day with you right now? Talk to me.
Sorry?
How much is it to spend a day with you right now?
Right now it's free, but it shouldn't be.
We got no, you don't you see this, my brother? Do you not see this? This part is the free part, okay? Let me draw this out so everyone can see. This part over here, this is the free part. Look, it says free, free, free.
Okay.
You do not want to give your life away for free. You understand? Okay, you're giving it, this is all your free stuff. Who agrees with me? Okay.
15K. Okay, let's go with that.
I like that. Okay, that's much better. 15K. Okay. You're not being affected by no recession or anything? I'm kidding. Okay, stay focused. All right. I like to have fun, guys. So, data privacy. There you go. 15K. Someone must have told him charge $15,000. Okay. So that's either his 1 day intensive or his 1 year mastermind. Okay. What is the 1 year mastermind? 12 months of access on the phone once a week. Can you do that if someone paid you 15 grand right now? Just 2 phone calls a month. Okay. So let's charge 15K for that. For this one, and by the way, on here, what we can do is we can add an element of DFY. Over here, we can come with a price, maybe $7,500. And the only reason why I say this is I think this was Jamal's price. Okay. So remember, in this business, you don't have to be that smart. You just have to have the ability to copy and innovate. So if Jamal's already charging 7,500, trust me, Jamal has maybe 10 years of experience. Abid has 20 years. These prices should be much more higher. But for now, we're just going to take it easy. So go over here, details. What could you provide if someone paid you $7,500 right now, Abid? Come on, talk to me. Could you give them a course? Could you give them some live coaching? Maybe not for 12 months, maybe for 3 months. Could you do that?
Yes. They'll have the online courses available, some live interaction with them also, maybe once a month for the period of this fast track, whatever it is, 3 months or to 6 months.
There you go. So once per month call. And by the way, once you get past, this is how you guys scale, okay? Okay. This is how you go from like, what I'm sharing with you, this is a path to making 100 to 250K, but there's a few shifts that take you to millions of dollars per year, okay? This is one of the tiny shifts. As soon as you have more than 10, you cut the one-on-one and you turn it into a group coaching program. And then what do? For your one-on-one, you increase your price. Do you guys get that? So my programs, the 18K, the 30K, they're group coaching programs. But my 50K or my 120K, by the way, the 120K is not available anymore. So let's just say the 50K program right now. Okay. That's where they get one-on-one access with me. Do you guys get that? But if I take someone like Abid and I show him how to make 50 grand a month, do you see how it becomes a no-brainer investment? Yes or no? Right? For example, $15,000, he's never charged $15,000 for a day or a year mastermind. It might even sound like a lot of money to him because that's where he's at. But remember, that's not his customer. Do you get it? See, $15,000, and write this down, okay? Whatever number you think is expensive, $15,000, $30,000, let's just say $50,000. Jenny, you might be like, $50,000 is a lot of money. Of course, it's a lot of money to a kid in Africa that doesn't have any money. But for you, if you leverage funnels and offers and high ticket and coaching programs, and you can market yourself on social media, and you get 5 customers that give you $10,000 in a month, you've already made your 50K, yes or no? So when you start to have this relationship with money, now you're like, okay, it's almost like you give yourself permission to charge other people. And let me tell you this, you might think, who's going to pay for this? Trust me right now, if you give me, I'm not going to do this, but if you give me even 5 minutes, I could probably find 5 premium consultants on data privacy that are charging 50 grand to $500,000. Yes or no, everyone? It's only because you're not looking at it. That's it. It's only because of your past experience. So right now, this is what I would say. By the way, how many of you have done this actually? Let's show by a show of hands. As I've been doing this, how many of you have done this? Okay, good. Ismail, take a screenshot of the action takers here. We have to do something for the action takers. And let's do this. If you've done this, Abid, was this valuable for you? Where is Abid gone?
Very much so. Yeah.
Put him on the big screen. All right. When I'm talking to you, I want to see your big face. Okay, there you go. You're on the big camera. Are we on this camera? On this one or this one? Okay, there you go. Okay, cool. So this was valuable. I'm just going to take a screenshot for you, Abid. I'm going to take this over here. Boom. And now I'm going to go into the Facebook group. And I'm going to say, where are we? I'm going to post it here. Day 3 homework broken down on day 4. And I'll just post the picture. And what I want all of you to do as we're doing this, okay, fill this out for yourself. Now, the big mistake people make is they think, but I don't know what I'm going to, of course you don't know what you're going to offer. That's why we're here to help you. Okay. But essentially, Abid, this is the plan. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, was this valuable? Give me a thumbs up if it's been valuable. When someone buys a $5,000 consulting hour with me, this is the kind of stuff I walk them through. So I hope you really take valuable action on this. Because if you did nothing else throughout this entire week, but you got yourself this and stick this on your wall, because you can see, you know what, this is my $1 million pyramid. I mean, this is how you're going to make $1 million, because now it's just reverse engineering the numbers, right? Let's just say, you know what, we don't want to charge 15K, we want to charge 30K for this. Okay, well, if you charge 30K, and you got only 20 sales for the whole year, 20 sales, 20 measly sales. It's less than 2 sales a month. That's $600,000 there.
$600,000. Yep.
If you now charge 7,500, let's just keep with 7,500. 10 of those is 75K. 20 of those is 150K. 40 of those is 300K. 40 equals 300K. Yes or no? That's your 900 grand. And if you sold 100 of these, that's your 100K. That's your 1 million. That's 100K. That's your total 1 mil. Guys, that's his $1 million pyramid. That's what he has to do to get to $1 million. How many of you just got mind blown? I need to see everyone's face, Mikey. Show me everyone's face. Come on, show me everyone's face. I want to see everyone's face right now. Let's go. How many of you just got mind blown? Only Jenny, she gives me 2 thumbs up. What are you? What are you guys? What's the rest of you guys doing? Okay, Ismail, do we have some engagement on here? Yeah. So I'm gonna add this in. What's the feedback saying? Ismail, give me some. Okay, guys, this is how. Okay, let me just write it down. This is how you get to $1 million without the BS. Okay, that's it. That's it. All right. When clients come to us, this is what we teach them. If you're just starting off, go here. Actually, go here and enroll. Okay, if you want our help. Now, I want you guys go into this chat box and leave me your comment on the biggest breakthrough that you had here. Okay, so if your mind has been blown, I need to see some feedback. Not in the Zoom chat. Go post it in the Facebook group, everyone. There you go. Click on this link. Wendy goes straight forward to $1 million. Have a great product and do. It's all about the perception. If you can, if you think you can, you can. Dejo says mind blown. Rick says my video is shut off. Okay, no worries, Rick. Okay, go for it. Fabulous. So go and put some feedback in this thread. I want to see this thread blow up right now. Click on this link. Go, go, go now. Okay. So Abid, what's been your breakthrough from here?
Well, number one, that it's, for want of a better word, it's fairly easy to do, provided you follow these steps to get to 1 million. Okay. Number two, this is a templated approach. Now you could switch out data privacy and put in another IT product or whatever, maybe even another data product or something, and you could still do the same. And it would still work. And once you have the initial customers for, let's say, data privacy, you could cross-sell a new product to the same customers also. You can literally double your income.
100%. And guys, do you also realize that once you do it once, you can do these things over and over again? Yes or no?
Yep.
Do you guys get that? Go. Raise your hand if you guys get that. Now raise your hand if you're one of those people, you're like, this is great, but maybe I don't want to do it for myself. I want to do it for other people. How many of you would like to do that for other people? Anyone? So let me give you an example. If I give you the skills and the system, how many of you would like to take that and then go and do it for other people? By a show of hands. And charge other people just like how I did. So, for example, this is one of my clients, this guy over here. Can everyone see this guy? Can you guys see this guy?
Yep.
Leon. Okay, so Leon joined my inner circle mastermind, okay, which is not cheap. He has a very introverted personality, which he'll say that himself. Okay, can you guys see him? He likes to be behind the scenes. How many of you guys want to be behind the scenes and make lots of money? And you can be in front of the scene, you can be behind the scenes, doesn't matter. Guess what he does? He takes our funnels that I've given him, he takes the SOPs, and he goes and finds people like this guy who are big influencers on the internet. How many of you can go to Instagram and within 5 to 10 minutes find some influencers? That's what he does. So he looks for people that are into cars and that are into real estate. Okay, so this is him. Okay, he just spent time with us in London, actually, with Glenda and Todd Phillips in London at the event that we hosted, the mastermind. Okay, and what he does, okay, if you can see here, this is him with his girlfriend. This is him with another big influencer over here. How many of you guys have ever seen this guy over here, Manny Koshbin? Okay, this guy has something like $30 million worth of cars. So what he does, Leon, is he goes in. How many of you guys have seen this guy on TV in America? Yeah, Glenda knows him. How many of you? Jenny, you know him? Okay, raise your hand if you know this guy. Okay, he's kind of famous in America. Okay, this is my client. What he'll do is he'll go and meet. How many of you guys know this guy? Okay, this guy spent $60 million on people like Kim Kardashian and basically the Kardashian sisters running ads for influencer ads. Okay, so what this guy will do is he will go in and he will take our funnels, okay, and he will go and approach influencers and basically say to influencers, I'll do the work and build your funnels. Can you give me a percentage? Do you guys get that? Do you see the value in this? So for example, let's just say Abid, right? Abid goes on, he builds his courses. Let's just say it makes $1 million. Let's say it takes him a year, 2 years, whatever. Okay, some people do it faster, some people do it longer, whatever the case is. Now, for whatever reason, he says, you know what? I've learned this skill, but you know what, Shaqir, I'm done with making videos. I've put, I don't know, $1 million, $3 million cash saved up from your courses, from selling courses and coaching. Now I want to take a step back. Remember what he still has. He still has the funnels. He still has the skill set. Yes or no? He has the data in his mind. Guys, when that guy, Mike Barron, you know, when he got on the phone with me, you know what he found? He was like, Shaqir, you have all this data inside of your head. I said, of course. Okay, the guys that just paid me $30,000 to be part of their $60 million company. Okay, by the way, they've made $60 million selling a product for an average price of around $1,500. They don't even do what's called back-end marketing. So they don't even have a $15,000 program. Do you guys see where I'm going with this? Okay, all I'm going to do is come in and I'm not kidding. I literally said to them, I'm going to install a 5-day challenge for your business. And you guys just give me 30% of the profits. So that's how valuable this information is as I'm sharing this stuff with you guys. Okay, so we go back on here. Okay, so let me just ask you guys this question. How many of you guys have posted your notes in the group? Go ahead right now. They just said, yeah, this is so simple. My mind is blown. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, like I said, guys, when the clients come in, this is the kind of stuff that we do with our clients to give them instant clarity. And sometimes they've been trying to make money on the internet for years, but they haven't got the clarity. So as I shared with you before, okay, with our program, you get access, right, for the 90-day accelerator. We just like you saw with Abid, okay, he's going to have an opt-in funnel. He's going to have the webinar funnel, okay? He's going to have the email funnel. He's going to have the social media stuff researched, okay? How many of you guys found that example with Abid valuable? Okay, well, let me just tell you this. It took me 13 years so that I can go like this. So I can compress 13 years into 7 minutes that all of you can understand. So if I take a few minutes out just to explain to you the offer that we have that's available for you right now. So you saw how it's done, okay? That's what we are going to take to the market. Now, if Abid for tomorrow he wakes up and says, I don't want to be a data privacy expert, I want to be this, it's fine. You're not. When we do this, you don't have to be attached to any one thing. Okay, Abid, here's what you want to be attached to. What makes you the money. Right? I recently had a guy that came to me and makes millions of dollars. And then he's telling me about this idea. And I simply asked him, okay, can you show me 5 other people in this industry that make this money? He goes, no. I said, so why are we going to do that? Why don't we just chase and follow the money? Write this down. Follow the money. 100 times easier to make money versus if you just try to do it yourself. Okay. I don't know if Todd is here, but I'm just going to be very transparent with you guys. Okay. Because I want to be transparent. Where Todd came to me. Okay. Remember, this is a gentleman. He's telling me that he's done amazing things in his life. I'm like, okay, cool. I say to him, okay, Todd, well, what's your offer? Okay. Todd, I'm sorry, brother, but I have to share this for everyone. He goes to me, well, I want to help people that went through COVID and they have COVID brain fog. I said, okay. I said, I have never ever heard of this before. And he goes, okay, well, I'm very passionate. I can help people get rid of the brain fog for COVID. And he kept mentioning this thing, COVID. Okay. Okay. So I said to him, do you want to do this because you like the idea or does it make money? He said, well, it's going to make money because, you know, I've gone through it so other people. I said, okay, cool. Listen, when someone comes in, I can feel their energy. I'm like, okay, fine. I said, you know what? You're a smart man. So is it okay if I show you the data? Is it okay if I show you guys the data? Yes or no? So as I'm doing this, I go to Google and I, just like what I did with Abid, I typed in how to get over brain fog if you have COVID. How many sponsored ads do you think I saw? 0, Jenny, 0. I said, hey, Todd, do you still want to do this? He goes, no, I'll do whatever you tell me. I said, okay, how about this? I know a guy who was who asked me for consulting, who I helped with him and his team. His name is John Assaraf. How many of you know John Assaraf? He was in the movie The Secret. Okay, so he's a friend of mine. And I was consulting him and his team on funnels and sales. So I said to Todd, you know what, Todd? This guy, a friend of mine, John, he had a funnel that was making $50,000 to $100,000 a day. And I know what that funnel is. And I know exactly what went into that. What if I helped you and you could make an extra, I don't know, 10 to 30, 50K a month to start off? Would that be good? He goes, okay, I'm all ears. You tell me what to do, I'll do it. Do you guys see the power of a coach? Yes or no? Write down, that's the power of a coach. Okay. And the reason why you need to write this down is so then it internalizes inside of yourself. Okay, that's the power of a coach. You can try to do something, good luck. Or you can just go to someone who's been doing it for 13 years every single day. Okay. And probably the first, I don't know, 8 years, I never took a day off. I mean, only after I got married, I tried to take the time off. But back then, it was 7 days a week, 14, 15 hours a day, every single day. Okay. So I'm going to give you this experience and expertise through me, my courses, and my team. Okay. That's the key. It's not just me. It's a whole team. So what you saw with Abid, done for you opt-in funnel. So he never has to touch tech. He never has to do any of this nonsensical stuff like design work, coloring his graphics and his logos. Forget all this. Okay. Webinar funnel, email funnel. Just like what I said, you need to have know, like, and trust factor built in. So if you try to do this yourself, you're going to spend $100 to $200 per email. Done for you social media posts, done for you tech integration, and then the rest of the stuff that I've added in. And I just saw Ismail's a little bit cheeky, okay? Because he's like, if people want to launch an agency, I help them get 2 clients, okay? Because he's going to work with you directly. And I think he just put this in Shaqir Recent podcast. So if some of you guys are new, imagine you get on a podcast with me. So I will email out. I've got hundreds of thousands of people on my email list. Okay. If you wasn't part of this program, you'd have to pay up to $5,000 just to do this. You will interview me on any topic. It could be mindset, marketing, making money, lessons that I've learned. Now, say for example, Abid does this. Does Abid automatically become positioned as an authority? Yes or no? If I endorse Abid with a podcast and, you know, I'm sharing it to my list, can he now get traffic overnight? Yes or no?
Yes, big time.
Big time. So that's, I didn't even see this. I'm just seeing it right now, actually, for the first time. But it seems like someone on my team put that in. Okay. Now, I'll tell you this as well. There's over 1,100 people that registered for this challenge. I'm not going to even do this for like 30 people. I'm only going to do this for people that have put down the deposit and that are enrolling today. Okay. So if you haven't gone in, Ismail, if you can just drop a link and just let me know if any of the new clients have come in. By the way, how many of you would love to work with us on this by a show of hands? Okay. Right now, all we're saying is go to funnels.com/VIP. I think the deposit's $1,000. Put down $1,000 deposit. My team will interview you. If they believe that you're ethical, you're going to follow our system, you're going to be moral, and you want to help people and you want to make money, and we believe that there's 100% success rate with you, then we'll work with you. We'll give you the next steps. Okay. If we feel like, hey, you know what? Unfortunately, we're not going to work with you. We're just going to turn you away. Is that okay with you guys? Okay. By the way, this is you want to write this down. This is how I have such high success stories, is because I only want to work with winners. That's it. If you work with winners, Abid, people that's, you know, whatever, however you define a winner, people that work hard, you know, they have generosity inside of themselves. They believe in investing in themselves. They become resourceful. Okay, there's two types of people. Some people are, oh, but I don't have any money. I can't believe he's pitching something for $18,000, for $30,000. Okay, I understand. It's not for you, sir. Okay, ladies, it's not for you. I understand. But there's another type of person that says, you know what? $18,000, $30,000, $50,000. I'm going to go and find the resources to invest. That's a winner. Do you guys get that? Okay, that's the type of client that you want to attract in your life. Okay, those clients, by the way, those clients also perform better. That makes you look better. Abid, if you help 5 people and those 5 people get amazing results, and now they say, Abid, we love you. Thank you so much for changing our lives. You think you're going to go back and change the numbers on your sales page and increase your prices? Why? Yes or no? 100%. Because the more success that you have, the more that you can charge.
Formula now.
That's it, you guys. Okay. Like, I never used to charge people $100,000 until I started realizing, man, people are taking my information and they're becoming millionaires. Okay, well, I need to start charging more. I went from 10K to 20K to 40K. And I thought, after 40K, who's going to give me more than $40,000? 200 people paid $40,000. I'm like, maybe I should ask for $100,000. And I did. Do you guys get that? Glenda's there. Okay, you heard of Glenda. Glenda, give us a wave. Okay, she met me in Toronto. She was my first Torontonian client. She had no idea. After 3 days with me, she's like, okay, boom, here's $100,000. Painful, none of this payment plan nonsense. Boom, I'm committed. Tell me what to do. Todd Phillips comes in. He's like, hey, man, I've been working in the church. I thought, oh, man, church guy. Much love, but I don't know. Do you have money? Because I need to talk to people that have the money and the resources. He goes, listen, I can pay the whole chunk. 1 month. He paid in full. Okay, actually, he paid $98,000. But then he completed the $2,000 afterwards. But I don't know why. He paid $98,000. Okay. So I want to also be correct with my numbers. Okay. So this works for you, whether you're starting from scratch or you already have experience. This is the link you want to go to, funnels.com/VIP. Okay, so Ismail, just keep me posted and let me know as well, because obviously there's today and tomorrow, and then we're going to close the bonuses off, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to go over and get back into content mode. Is that cool with you guys? Okay, let's do this as well, because we've gone on for a bit. Stand up, everyone, and just let's do some stretches. You as well, Mikey. All right, get some stretches in. All right, have some water so your brain is awake. If you've been falling asleep, now is the time to wake back up. So how we doing? Feedback there, man. Okay. So these are the slides. So you think this is selling? Oil leak, that's just sweat from all the horse smell. I tell you, sometimes my team, they like to really test my skills on presenting. So that's why they put all these random pictures on things. It's because you don't believe in your products or solutions. Okay. How many of you, if you created a product that could really help people, you would just go out and sell so hard? Okay. What do you think I do, guys? Okay. Why? Because I believe someone like Todd, you come in and you pay me $100,000, I'll work with you until you make $1 million to $5 million or more. Because sometimes you may not believe in yourself. You need someone and a team to believe in you. Yes or no? That's why if you see, what do you call it? The F1 racing. Okay, I don't really watch these sports, but if you see my friend, he's into these F1 teams, and he's always telling me, he's like, man, if you just look at them, it's not just the driver. When the driver goes in for the pit stop, there's a whole team there, and the whole team, within a matter of seconds, they have to replace the tires. How many of you guys know what I'm talking about? Now imagine there's like one of the team members, he's eating McDonald's, another team member is like, nah, today I've got a backache, I can't fix the tires. So it's never a one person solution. It's always a team, okay? And for me, I believe I have one, if not the best teams when it comes to funnel designers, when it comes to offer creations. And me, because I've built so many offers, I have that confidence. That's why we offer. So in today's breakthrough, I want to share with you a breakdown of serving with your heart, without self-doubts, without confusion, without stress, shame, and simplicity work. So here's the 5 P's of prosperity. Grab your pen and paper, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to work. Okay. And by the way, if you guys absolutely love this, I would love a written testimonial on the Facebook group or a video testimonial. I'm going to be giving out some really cool bonuses and gifts to anyone that leaves testimonials and reviews of this 5-day challenge for us. So these are the 5 P's: product, people, positioning, pricing, process. Okay. And this works for any business, guaranteed. If you have the best product, but you have no people, is anyone buying your stuff? No. If you have a great pricing, you're like, okay, I'm going to be the most expensive, or I'm going to be the most cheapest. You should never be the most cheapest, okay? You should never try to be like Amazon or Asda, what do you call it? Walmart, okay? Write this down. There is no advantage of being cheap. But Brian, you might be saying, well, you know what, Shaqir, how am I going to go and talk to millionaires? How am I going to attract millionaires? Millionaires also have problems. Your job is to solve those problems. Okay. When you go into a Porsche dealership, into a Range Rover dealership, the guy that sells you the Range Rover, do you think he's driving a $100,000 Range Rover? No. Okay. When I go into a shop and I buy a Mont Blanc pen, and these things cost me 500, 1,000 pounds, do you think the guy or girl serving me, she's walking around writing in her everyday life with a $500 pen? No. Do you guys see where I'm going with this? So some of you are like, but you know, it doesn't matter what you want. It's what the market wants. Start with this in mind. Okay. This is the difference between people that become rich and the people. That's Mark Zuckerberg didn't just get into Facebook and say, oh yeah, you know what? I want to make friends, so I'm going to join. He said, no, in Harvard, I want to build a connection of people that can connect with each other. So you have to get yourself out of your head and into the prospect's mind. Okay. And like I said, anytime you feel like, well, I don't know if there's enough rich people in the world, find the most expensive street or city in your local area, go for a walk there. Find the most expensive hotels in your town, Four Seasons, Park Lane. In London, we have the Dorchester, you know, go to the high-end Marriott, any of these hotels, and just go and sit there for a few minutes and you'll see the caliber of people that walk in. If someone can spend $500, $1,000, $5,000 a night in a hotel night, they have money. You want to be in that environment. Okay. By the way, this was one of the mental wealth hacks that I did when I was broke and I was getting started. I would just go into fancy hotels and just order mint tea. Okay. And I would just look at these wealthy people and tell myself, there's enough wealth to go around. I must become resourceful. So these are the 5 P's. And let's just go through social media trifecta. Okay. Facebook groups, Facebook personal group, qualify, and so. So right now, some of you guys are in my Facebook group, you're in other people's Facebook groups, and how we basically attract people from other groups into our groups, we qualify and we sell. For paid advertising, even for free traffic, this is basically what we call the HTO growth system, high ticket offer growth system, marketing. So people come to you versus you going to people. This is another thing I quickly realized. People don't care what you look like, what you sound like. Now, some of you will care if you, how many of you look at yourself as a premium buyer? You know, if you're gonna spend the right money. Okay, so here's the thing. I know that when I wear a shirt and a suit, which is becoming my brand now, okay, I attract a different caliber of person. Yes or no? I don't know. Let me tell you this. Lady walks in and she's just wearing a hoodie and she's trying to sell me a property. I'm turned off. Guy walks in with a shirt and a suit, tries to sell me a £1 million penthouse. I'm already sold. Yes or no? Now I come from a different background where, you know, everyone says, oh, people don't judge. People judge. This is how the world works. Okay, just get used to it. So, however, don't let that stop you. Okay. And here's another thing. If you get really good at marketing, which is what we teach our clients to do, then you have the ability to attract lots of people coming to you instead of you chasing them. This is a big wealth hack. As soon as I got this, I was like, okay, cool. That's what I need to do. Learn to deliver result-driven solutions in a specific niche market. Okay. So mass market, niche market. So you could say, for example, let's talk about Abid because he's enrolled to become a client of ours and his good case study to have. Instead of him saying, okay, I'm going to help people with data privacy. What if he goes, I help $1 million companies save themselves through the data privacy methodology that I've developed. Do you see how one tiny thing can help? Right? So one of my friends, he used to teach people how to lose weight. He struggled because people from all different types, sizes, shapes, countries will come in. He changed his method to, I help Muslim men lose weight in 90 days. He only works with Muslim men. He charges them a premium and he makes a lot. I think he's on maybe $30,000 to $50,000 a month, all through Instagram. During the same time, by the way, he's a client. During the same time, another friend of mine, you know, when you have friends and you give them advice and they don't listen. Now I'm talking about the other guy. Is that okay with you guys? Okay. The other guy, he's trying to help everyone lose weight. Now, he's a young black kid from London, and I have told him many times, why don't you just focus on helping black men get ripped? And just make all of your marketing on Instagram focused on that. He doesn't want to do that. So guess what now? What happens to him? His business tanks. Do you guys get that? I have another friend, Kirk. He lives out between London and Dubai. He helps not just any men lose weight, not black, white, Asian. He only helps busy CEOs get into shape. By the way, he makes more money than everyone else. Do you guys get that tiny little shift? I help busy CEOs. So ask yourself, what's a niche market that you can target? And it doesn't matter if you're selling real estate, financial services, professional services, agency. Okay, so you want to study the industry, you want to know your audience, you want to provide solutions, share the vision, and then you want to qualify and sell. This is what we do. We qualify and sell. So this, by the way, how many of you would love to have your own funnels built like we have, by show of hands? Okay, like we bring lots of people in. So for example, 1,100 people registered for this challenge. We have, say, 100, 150, sometimes 200 people showing up live, but we only select 20 people. That's our target, and we're going to hit that target, okay, God willing. So how can I advise, teach, or consult a business owners who make more money than me? That's a big limiting belief. People are like, how can I help this person? They're much more successful than me. And we live in a service-based world, okay? And if you understand that everyone has a problem, that a funnel attracts people that have problems, okay? How many of you, please admittedly, know that you had a problem around the topic of funnels and getting clients? Just raise your hand. That's why you're here. I solve that problem. So you have a problem. I have a funnel that brings you from all over the world into my world. And then I give value. And if it resonates, you're like, that's the guy that can help me. I can build a business. I can make 6 figures. I can make 7 figures. I can retire. I can build my, retirement fund. I can invest. Okay, that's my, then we'll invite you to come and work with us. It's that simple.
Like yourself are good.
Okay, artistic, creative one. What if you're an artist? Okay, Ismail, do you want to cover some of this stuff here? No. Product-based world. Okay, what if you're selling, shoes and caps, and you have a physical product? Now, this is not the industry that I recommend getting in when you're starting off, because it takes a lot of money through manufacturing, importing, exporting. What happens if there's a COVID 2.0? This time it's made in America. Okay, what happens? And you're in this business and your supply chains and all of this stuff, and now they're blaming China for this. I mean, you don't want to be in this business model. I wouldn't want to be in this business model. Okay, next. Any business owner who wants to increase their profits, start with a foundation first and choose shortcuts that will get you to your target goal faster. So we talked about the VIP funnels, etc. By the way, this is the members area that when you join, you get access to, and it walks you through step by step, week by week, every single thing that you need with clear driven action plan and assets, like literally copy and paste stuff that you can do. And we give you templates. By the way, how many of you would love to create a digital course once and then sell 100, 1,000 copies? Okay, raise your hand. Let me see who's there. Okay, cool. That's an example, by the way. If you see here, we can put it on a members area. You can also build it on Trello. So for example, this is an example of my members area. So we teach our clients something called MVP launch. Write this down. MVP launch, minimum viable product launch. Now, if you say to me, Abid, but I need 6 months to deliver. No, you've got 6 hours. We sit and we create your product from beginning to end. Is it going to be perfect? No. Does it need to be perfect? No. Does it need to sell? Yes. So my first version of this, just telling you guys straight up, I think I created the whole thing in about 2 hours. Okay. And it was like 4 steps. Make an offer, post on social media, sell. I don't even remember the fourth one, right? It was so basic. It was like 4 Trello boards. Okay. Step 1, do this. Step 2, step 3. And then over time, I expanded on it. Over the last 2 years, we've built on it. So when you're starting off, your one is not going to be like this. Okay. You can model it, because what we'll do is, let's just say this took me 2.5 years to perfect. I just copy the entire template and I'll just give it to Abid. And I'll say, Abid, just follow this structure. Okay. So here's where your client is. And then, so for example, let's just say someone was teaching, I was creating a 6-part program on how to lose 28 pounds, because I've lost 28 pounds. By the way, do I have the credibility and expertise and authority now to teach that? Yes or no? 100% absolutely. Because most men, they are actually 20 to 40 pounds overweight. Ladies, I won't comment, but that's what guys are, okay? So if men are like that, and I've lost 28 pounds, can I now teach it? Yes, because I have gone through that experience. Okay, so this is something that you want to write this down. Okay, write this down. You want to turn what you know into income. That's a big aha for a lot of people. Every single lesson, pain points, secret that you've ever discovered about life in general, those things will help. Okay, so let's just go through this. If I was teaching a 6-part module, here's what I would say. First, you have to work on your mindset. Second, you have to fix your nutrition. Third, you have to make sure that you sleep well. And by sleeping well, I can list out 5 things to do to sleep. Don't eat before you go to sleep. Make sure that your curtains are black. So wear a sleep eye mask, have a sleeping pill, a natural one. What else? Make sure your room is cold. Don't check your phone. Don't check your email for reactive work. That's 7 things I can talk about. Yes or no? That's just on sleep. Are you guys getting this? Then I can say, okay, now module 4, we've got your nutrition down, we've got your sleep down, we've got your mindset down, because on your mindset, we're working on your goals. And most people, they can't reach their goals when it comes to health because they don't have a big why. So they don't have a goal for pleasure or to move away from pain. Okay, boom. Now we're going to talk about the workouts that you need to do. So now I've just given you 4 different modules on basically how to lose weight. Now I can say, okay, this program is going to be $4,000. But wait, there's more. What else do people need? Bonus number 1, supplements. 5 supplements that have helped me. Bonus number 2, this is the same protein powder that I use. Bonus number 3, meal prep. Do you guys see where I'm going with this? By the way, the student of mine, Munir is his name, the guy that teaches Muslim men how to get shredded. That's basically his program. And I think he sells it for like $12,500. $8,000 or $12,500. Does that make sense to you guys? Okay. And I think he sells like only 1 or 2 students a week. It's not a huge amount, but at the end of the day, he's making, say, 30 to 50K a month. Organic, zero spend on traffic. Is this powerful? Just type into the chat box, powerful, quickly. Let me know. Okay, cool. And then what we've also done is, and again, this is something that you guys can do, ladies and gentlemen. We figured out, hey, you know what? When someone comes to us, they want to build a team. How many of you would love to build a team? Write this down. Team equals freedom. Right now, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 screens set up in front of me. I didn't set none of these things up because I have a team. 5 screens, 6 screens, too many screens. Okay, 1 is needed, but there's 6 different screens and laptops in this room right now. So you want to learn how to do a player. What about Facebook ads? How many of you would love to learn about Facebook ads? Or here's another question. Even if you don't care or want to learn about Facebook ads, you want someone to do your Facebook ads for you.
Even better.
Even better. You see that, Ismail? So those are, again, we have an in-house agency that we will run your ads for you. No other program does this. They do one thing for you, but they kind of leave you alone to figure it out by yourself. We're the only one that does this, okay? And it's not just Facebook. If you say you want Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, those are the ones that we focus on, okay? Next one is podcasting, okay? Then 7-figure webinar workshops, offer creation. How many of you want to turn yourself into a personal brand? Let me tell you this. In 2023, 2024, 2025, you need to have a personal brand. People are moving away from trying to do business with big companies and they're looking for people. That's why you see stuff like Instagram influencers and TikTok superstars. Why? Because people now resonate with people. How many of you here have kids? Okay. How many times does your kid come up to you and say, you know, mom and dad, I really want to do business with Microsoft? No, they're talking to you about the influencer that they're watching on YouTube and Instagram. Yes or no? So keep this in mind. You have to move with the times, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. These are things that I'm passionate about. Investing in crypto, passive income intensive. How many of you guys would like to learn stuff about that? Okay, anyone? So these are things when I learn, for example, I have a friend he's an Indian client of mine. Well, he used to be a client of mine, now he's a good friend of mine. You know, I saw this guy go from, say, you know, making a few $100,000 a year as my client to then making tens of millions of dollars because he invested in the correct manner. So he's actually in London. He's staying in Mayfair. So I'm going to go hang out with him, and I'll probably do an interview with him. When I do that interview, guess what I do? I share it with my top clients. How many of you would find that valuable? Because you know what he was telling us to do? Buy Bitcoin from $100 to $2,000. So imagine that. Okay, now I'm not saying that this is a crypto investing thing, not so, but this is where when I'm doing stuff, I want to bring you into my inner circle mastermind. Okay, so YouTube mastery, getting your first 1,000 or 100,000 people on Instagram to follow you. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that we're studying the market, because when you do this, it greatly increases your chance of success in your desired market. Okay, so here's a couple of things that I want you guys to focus on. Okay, know your competition, understand what groups they're in. You want to know their business model, their clients, their approach. So how many of you here came from someone else that recommended you should join this? Raise your hand, nice and high, and look around. By the way, do you think that was an accident? No. That was done, specifically engineered, because whatever program that you came from or whoever recommended you to come, some of you came from different companies, different programs. Why? Because we deliver something that they don't. Does that make sense? Now, for example, if you were teaching people how to lose weight, it's very different than the person that's going to teach you how to get a ripped six-pack versus the person that's going to teach you how to do boxing. Yes or no? But what do? They complement each other. So for example, in our business, lots of people come from the agency world. They're like, they bought other agency programs, they're in other communities, but when they come to us, we build a whole funnel for them, and then we help them get their customers. Do you guys see the difference? Okay, so you want to know their approach, their message, their pricing structure, their quality, their delivery. Okay, so for example, COVID-19 created this thing called the 5-day challenge. Why did the 5-day challenge do so well? Okay, and obviously it says launched 44th challenge, but we launched 15th challenge on this smile. You can put that there, 15th challenges. Okay, now why did COVID do this? How many of you are using Zoom every day before COVID? Okay, maybe a few. After COVID, how many of you use Zoom? It's basically like a part of everyday life. I don't even tell people to call me. I say, Zoom me. Right? So every time there's a trend, you want to jump onto that trend. Okay. Learn about the industry, apply the best strategies in your business, and teach it to others. What they like, what they don't like, where they hang out, what's their dreams, what's their desires, what's their inner fears, what's their pains, problems. Okay, so if you see here, this was a group of obviously mentors that I invested in. Why? Because I knew my audience also followed these people. How many of you recognize at least one person from this group? Pretty much everyone. You're going to know one of the Shark Tank guys. I met Kevin O'Leary in Toronto. I met Brian Tracy in Toronto. I was at an event there. I met the Shark Tank guy in some country, Richard Branson in Singapore. Tony Robbins in Amsterdam. So learn about your audience and apply the best marketing hacks in your business and teach it to others. What's working now, what to improve, what to avoid, how to evaluate, ways to split, things to consider, okay? So this is an example of a funnel. People come in, traffic, okay? So for example, I shared the overarching formula of the product that Abbott could create when it comes to data privacy. You could, like I said, you could spend 20 years of your life building this, okay? But then what happens if no one buys? You don't make no money. Does that make sense? Okay, so what we teach our people to do, I'll give you an example. Okay? Remember on day one, I talked about this. This is called the one blade, and it's the most expensive blade in the world. It costs 300 quid, $300 or 300 pounds. Okay. And it's basically just a whatever shaving blade, right? When the guy launched this, what he did, from what I remember, was called a pre-launch. Okay. We will teach you how to do a pre-launch. So instead of spending months or even years coming up with a product, we'll teach you how to just identify the concept of your product, go to the market, get people to pay you money first, then you develop it. Does that make sense? Did you guys get that? So you don't spend months or years waiting to get something right. First, you get people to pay you money, and sure, we can help you craft a product or service within a weekend or so. What happens is we want to make sure that there's demand in the marketplace. Okay. And I'll show you this part. So marketing, this is marketing, getting traffic. This is the funnel. This is the offer. Marketing is traffic. Funnel is conversions. This is the offer. This is where you make the money. Marketing is bringing people to you. Funnels is where the process happens. And then offer is where they say, okay, I want the 5,000, I want the 10,000, I want the $20,000 program, or I want the $500 program. So marketing, funnel, offer, upsell. Ismail, there you go. I don't know if that is supposed to load up. Okay, so there you go. Your audience here. Okay, so your audience, I don't know where it's gone, but anyway, attracting your audience, the results, the promise, the no-brainer offer proposal. So you want to test various solutions, apply that once, give results, and teach to others. So what's for the future, why your vision, what this entails, what the milestones are, how you can follow along, what can be achieved, okay? Now, if you feel like, oh my gosh, this is a lot of stuff, don't worry. This is why we have the accelerator program, because it's step-by-step, all checklists, literally, as you go through, you just checklist, click, 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 and you go through the whole process, okay? So entertaining, educating, persuading, converting your prospects. Now, when we start doing live events, here's what we realize, and we've done events all over the world, from Toronto, UK, whatever, all over Asia. We share our vision, right? So when you're starting off, you want to teach and inspire your prospects for their greater good. This is what I've seen. A lot of people, they don't believe in themselves, even people that will come to you. But if your solution inspires them for a bigger future, they'll put their hand up and say, okay, I'm in. Do you guys get that? Okay. So how are you achieving your goals? This is, again, the qualifying process. You know, how do you help your customers? Who do you consult with? All of that good stuff. So as I go through this, showing off your results, show in-depth walkthrough of how and why everything works. So I'm going to actually just share some of this stuff with you guys. Okay, by the way, this is how you go from being completely unknown to an expert in your marketplace, okay? And what was I going to share here, Ismail? The marketing funnels part. 64, there you go, 64. Okay, so with you're in any niche, it doesn't matter. And I want to just go straight into the funnel. Should I go for the funnel stuff now? Yeah, you want to take over? Which part? Yeah. So how many of you guys would like to see like an example of like done for you funnels? Anyone? Like what these funnels actually look like. I need to see. If you want to see them, just please type into the chat box, yes, show me the funnels. Go in. Okay, so I'll just go over here. Okay, yeah, I see people applying. Hey, if you want to just drop another link as well. So here, I'm going to share the iPad. Okay, so remember what we talked about. Mikey, can they see the iPad? Yeah. So traffic plus funnels equals cash. This is the ultimate formula of making money online. Did everyone understand that? I need you guys to just raise your hand real fast, okay? Traffic and conversions equals cash. How you become a superstar and you make a lot of money, okay? I'm not talking about 500, 5,000. I'm talking about real money. You know, real money starts at 10K per month, okay? Almost every single one of my friends, my entrepreneur friends, this is the minimum that they make. And some of them make as much as $5 million a month. Okay, so I am going to share with you how to make the big money. And how you make the big money is by understanding this about yourself. Are you a generalist right now? This is where most people are for their entire life. Okay, we are going to go straight over here. How do you position yourself as a celebrity authority? And by the way, I'm going to just give you a couple of notes as well. How you do that is you have a funnel that positions you. You have a podcast. You can have a YouTube channel. You can have social media. What else? You can have a book. You can have PR. You can speak on stage. What else, Mikey? You can win awards. How many of you guys realize that there's a strategic reason why there's awards behind me? Yes or no? And multiple times I've said, hey, by the way, this is worth $10 million, $10 million, $10 million. The small ones are worth $1 million each. It's because the human brain, even if you tell them something, if you show them, then you demonstrate. Yes or no? If I said to you, I make $1 million, you're like, I don't know. But most people know in our industry that these awards are given to people in front of like 5,000 people when you hit a certain target. So now as I talk to people, have you noticed when you go to someone's house and they're so proud of their university degrees and stuff, it's on the wall? Yes or no? Okay, that's something I'll never have because I never got a degree, right? I dropped out in my final year of university. But I would go to some people's houses and like their parents would be so proud and they'll show these awards and certificates. Okay, so keep this in mind. Out of all of this, 80-20. What's the 80-20? You just need this. You don't even have to worry about all of these things until you have this. Now, moving forward, we talked about courses, coaching, consulting. Okay, this is where I recommend people start. It's the easiest way. Now, some people, they're just not into selling courses and coaching. So the next best thing after that is what we call the agency model. And essentially with the agency model, you're basically a middleman. Here's what you're doing. And I'm going to use, who's doing an agency or wants to run an agency? Let's just like pick on someone and I'll go through. Raise your hand. Okay, I'll choose you guys. Go, just pick someone. Winston, go for it. Hey, Winston, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
Great, man. How are you finding the 5-day challenge?
Well, I'm loving it. Loving the information it's providing. Helping me make my decision. Sorry, you caught me eating here, so excuse me.
No worries, man. And what's your decision? What's your decision?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go for it, man. Definitely gonna go for it.
Okay, nice. Ismail, send the link. Winston, put your deposit in today and get cracking on. Give him a big round of applause, everyone. Now, do you have an agency already?
I do.
Okay. Are you making money from the agency?
I just started making a little bit. I've been in for about a year. I was
Okay.
doing SaaS and that wasn't working too well for me, so I started getting into SEO, and that's starting to prove lucrative.
Okay, so I'll give you an example of if I was in your space, what I would do. Okay, so I'm just going to walk you
Okay.
through. So straight away, do you have your own funnel that positions you as a go-to expert for SEO?
I don't.
Okay, there you go. So that's the first big mistake. Write this down. Everyone write this down. Write this down. First big mistake in the chat box. First big mistake, not having a optimized funnel that positions him as an SEO expert. And Mike, if you can write that note in the Facebook group, please. Okay. So that's the first big mistake. Second thing is, do you have an authority-based webinar funnel or a VSL? The answer is yes or no. Winston.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't have one of those either. I don't have any of the above.
Okay. So if you don't have any of the above, do you realize why it's very hard and you've spent 1 year and you're not making at least $10,000 a month?
Yeah, I do.
So when you have these two things, here's what happens, okay? People now start coming to you over here from social media because you have a funnel, you have a website that positions you as an SEO expert. So people from social media will find you. How did you find me? Through social media. Yes or no? You either go an email, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. It's all social media. Okay. If you find me on the internet, you find me through social media. Yes or no? Yes. So you found me. I have a funnel. You probably watched a video or a VSL from me. Okay. That got you to join my 5-day challenge. This could have easily just been me selling you a SEO service. This could have been me selling you a Facebook service. I can show everyone here. So how many of you guys just got an understanding? Oh my gosh, okay, I don't have either this or this, by a show of hands. Okay, so now let me ask you this. How do you expect for people to give you money? Okay, because if you have this, now here's what happens. This is traffic. Okay, so this means people here, social media, they come to your website and your funnel here. They like what you see and they watch this VSL. Then they ask you for SEO services. Now, if you're someone who's just starting off, okay, and you're like, man, I do not have any experience whatsoever, but you want to start an agency or a business model in that topic, okay, let's go and get the black. Okay. How do we get the black color? Okay, they can see it fine, whatever. Okay, so watch this. We talked about this is your website, funnels, this is your VSL. What we want to do is have traffic from social media. So where can people find you? On Instagram, YouTube. For example, Jamal, he gets almost all of his money and traffic from LinkedIn. Okay, what else is there? Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, MySpace. I'm kidding. I hope none of you are still on MySpace. Brian's like, yeah, MySpace. Brian, don't be on MySpace, okay? So no MySpace, all right? So this is traffic. This is, remember, people. The art of making lots of money online is to get people to come in to conversions, which is your shop. Now the question is, what are you selling in your shop? So remember our qualifiers, the minimum, okay, is what's the price point, guys? I've talked about this before. What's the price point that we want? We want minimum. Like you, how do I change the color on this? The minimum that we want, okay, is $3,000 to 10K. So then the question is, who is willing to pay this? I'll tell you who's willing to pay this. SMB, small to medium businesses. Okay. Small to medium businesses that are willing to pay. So for example, today I was speaking to someone and they pay $4,500 a month to their Facebook ads person. And he's a 22-year-old kid. Does that make sense? Now, what happens if you're like, but I don't care about Facebook? Okay. Me neither. But I don't want to place Facebook ads. Me neither. How many of you think I run my own Facebook ads? No. I have someone doing it. Okay. I really can't. I don't even know the last time I've been logged into Facebook ads, maybe like 12 years ago. Okay. So what we want to do here is we want to find customers like this that are willing to pay us $4,500 a month. And now what we can do, there are services and we also have in-house services that you can white label. How many of you would love to white label our services? Raise your hand. So for example, in our company, we have a team that if you pay them $2,500, they do all the work for you and they run all your ads. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go and you're going to find a business, let's just say a business that makes, $500K a year. Okay. And remember what I shared with you guys before. There's over 50 million millionaires in the world. Most of those people are businesses. Most of those people are business owners. So let's just say you find someone who's only making 500 grand a year and you're going to now charge them $5,000 a month for Facebook ads. Okay, how many of you guys believe you can do this? So let's just say you only got 4 customers a month. 4 customers a month. That's $20,000 a month in revenue for you. And now you're going to pay $2,500 to my company, who will basically run all the ads for you. Does this make sense? How much are you left with, Jenny? Winston, how much are you left with? You're left with a nice juicy $10,000 profit per month. Okay, that is equivalent to 120K. Yes or no? So if you get 4 customers your first month, only 4 measly customers, okay, 1 customer a week, which is, you could literally get on your social media right now. You could follow our templates, message the people that you know, and you could get 1 customer, 2 customers. Literally, you can get 4 people. Okay, if you're like, oh, I don't know, it's because you've never done it. How many of you know business owners or businesses? How many of you live in a place where if you look outside your house, in less than 5 minutes, you can find a shop, restaurant, a dentist, an accounting firm, or anything of that nature? Yes or no? Raise your hand and look around. And now ask yourself, why are you not marketing your services to these people? Does that make sense? If you go to someone and you say, hey, listen, I can help you get more customers. What does every single business owner want? What do they want, Jenny? 1 word, customers. Yesterday, when in that 2-hour phone call, the guy that paid me $30,000 today, whilst I was doing this challenge, You know what the end thing he said was? He goes, all we want is just more customers. That's it. Okay. And he goes, if you can just get us 18 new customers a day, then you'll make X amount of millions of dollars. I said, I'll take it. You guys see the difference? Okay. So write this down. Every single business owner wants more customers. All of you tomorrow will get the chance to become one of our affiliates to promote our 5-day challenge. Okay. Especially if you're one of our customers and you enroll in our program, you'll have access to basically be an affiliate and send us customers. We will reward you with $500 to $1,000, even more per customer. Why? Because as a business owner, we want more customers. Does that make sense? The way you get customers is through having the right funnels. If you have the right funnels, then guess what happens? Now you can easily get traffic. And remember what I said, traffic plus funnels equals cash. So let's just say right now, across the street from you is a business owner who has a small business, I guess. This is his shop. Okay. You now go up to him and you say, hey man, or hey woman, let me install a funnel for you. Can you pay me anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000? Now, typical funnel website, how much do you guys think people will pay for something? $5,000 to $10,000, even $20,000. Because we have a lot of experience and stuff, we can charge a premium and we'll charge $25,000, $30,000. Does that make sense? But when you're starting off, a good number to aim for is $3,000 to $5,000. By the way, Abby, let's just say, who's running an agency? Winston. Winston, how much would it cost for you to deliver a funnel to someone that's going to pay you $3,000? Now you can build it yourself. You can hire other people to build it. Or what we do in our program is we just give you the done for you funnels. And what we do is we give you the done for you funnels license rights. So it's almost like buying a franchise from us of our done for you funnels. Who likes the idea of that? Is this making sense to you? So for example, you can sell the same funnel. This is the beauty of it. You can sell the same funnel unlimited number of times. Because all it is just copy and paste. So how about I show you guys an example? If you guys want to see some examples, please type into the chat box examples, and I'm going to go walk you through this because this is mad powerful. Do you see it? Was it right? He just said it's right. Okay, so how to get small businesses to pay you $500. I don't like $500, but I put this in. You know why? Because some of you here are watching this right now, unfortunately, and it's okay. You don't have the confidence to charge someone $3,000. Yes or no? So remember what I said. I'd rather you join us and have some quick wins. Now, if you already have some confidence, then leave the $500 and let's charge, say, $2,500 to $5,000 for what? For a done for you funnel. Okay. So here's a couple of the different agency ideas that you can basically do. Website funnel, sales presentation, copywriting, social media, video production, translation, all of these things. And all of these things are fine. Like Winston said, he does SEO. But if you said to me, hey, what's the easiest way to help a business owner? I would just say, go and help them with a funnel. Yes or no? So for example, if you go to your local restaurant right now, just think of your local restaurant. How many of you can picture your local restaurant right now? Just your local restaurant. When you go to your local restaurant and you go and sit down to eat, do they ask you for your email address? Most likely not. So what we teach our clients to do is take one of our proven funnels, okay? And then what you do is in the proven funnels, what you'll have is Reynolds here. Let me just see if one of my team members is here. Ismail, is Reynolds here? What are the links for the client funnels so I can just show? Let me just find this for you guys. It's for the clients. So let's see. It's going to be on. I'm going to find this for you guys so that you guys can see what this looks like. Ismail, if you can find that. So basically, whilst they're finding this, okay, I'm going to share this with you guys, okay? And by the way, this is easily over $100,000 worth of value because there's 50 hot niches and proven funnels. So I'm going to show you what the ad looks like, what the funnel looks like. How many of you guys want to see everything? Okay, check this out. So, for example, it will say, attention, California dentists. Okay, this would be the ad on Facebook. The Academy of General Dentists recommends checkups twice a year. When was the last time you went for a dental checkup? Remember, this is a copy and paste ad. So Jenny, you could literally just copy and paste this, show it to your local dentist. So my dentist, his name is Dr. Gadazi, he is in a place called Harley Street. So if I said to him, hey, you know what, Dr. Gadazi, attention, London dentists, London, basically I'm targeting dentists or London people who want to get teeth whiter and more confidence. Okay. And then basically what am I doing here? I'm giving a freebie. Do you guys remember when I was telling Abby that I was breaking down his entire funnel? What did I go lead with? I led with something for free, yes or no? Free gets people to trust you. Free gives people value up front. You can give people anything. How many of you go to the dentist regularly? Are you kidding me? Only 2 people? Okay. In your to-do list, write down you need to go to the dentist more often, okay? Once every few months, keep your dental mouth hygiene clean, okay? The studies show that you actually live longer. But anyway, regardless of that, here's what happens. How many times do you get a message from your dentist or a call saying, hey, come back for a free dental checkup? No free, okay, you guys have bad yeah, you guys go to bad dentists, okay? Or you go to a dentist that you can capitalize on. Because by the way, my dentist does this all the time. Every few months, hey, you're getting late for your checkup. I'm like, come on, it's only been a few months. Come in for a checkup. Why? Because if you come in for a checkup and they see some stains, now they can say, hey, you know what? When was the last time you whitened your teeth? Oh, by the way, we have a new product right now. And instead of coming for 4 sessions, we can get your teeth cleaned in just 1 session. Oh, by the way, you got something else going on with your teeth. Let me fix your teeth. Yes or no? So I went in and I used to have a little gap on my teeth. Guy goes, okay, let's straighten your teeth out. It's Invisalign. Okay, I'm like, okay, fine. He charges me maybe 3 to 5 grand. Okay. And then he gives me these invisible braces to wear. Few months I wear it. Few years later, I'm like, I stopped wearing them. My teeth go apart. He goes, oh, you need to come back. We need to do your teeth again. I'm like, dude, come on. He goes, no, come back. We'll do your teeth again. So he does it now. During this time, my sister goes, wow, your teeth is so nice. I said, okay, cool. You can go to my dentist. Now I send my sister to go. Maybe my brother has an issue with his teeth. I'm like, okay, go, my brother, let me send you to him. Now, a little while later, my dentist goes, hey, you know what I noticed? Well, he noticed first time around, but now he's built some trust with me. Okay. He goes, I noticed you have 2 teeth missing at the back. What if we drill in and we can put 2 fresh teeth in there? How much does that cost? That will cost another 6 grand each. Do you guys see where I'm going with this? So a dentist, okay, this is why. You don't want to go to your local corner shop and be like, hey man, let me build you a funnel. You want to go with, write this down. The customer value is high ticket. So for example, an accountant will charge $3,000 to $5,000 for their services. That's a high ticket service. They will stick, someone will stick with their accountants for 5 to 10 years, yes or no? That's the kind of people that you want to target. Okay, so with the agency model, okay, what happens is, Ismail, did you find it? Just call Renault and you can get it off. Basically, like Todd Phillips authority funnel, and I can show him a few of these funnels, yeah. Mariam's funnel, because she's working with the dentists. Okay, so if I show you guys, okay. So if I go over here, now here we're going to give away something for free, okay? Let me just make sure. Over here. And then here is another copy. So this copy is what you see on the Facebook ads. Does that make sense? Now this is the description. By the way, this is the targeting. So imagine you just go up. Say, for example, Abid, you go to your local dentist and you say, hey, I can give you 4 ads, a complete done for you funnel to get more dental implants, to get more customers coming in, to get a teeth cleaning funnel. And you know what? I'm planning to charge $10,000 for this website, but right now I'll give it to you for $1,000. How many of you think you can go and get $1,000 customer like that just by having a conversation? Watch this. You could literally make a post like this. And I'll have to log into my ClickFunnels account. And this is the dental implant funnel template. Okay, so I'm maxed out on this account. Let's see if I can just show you guys what the funnel looks like. There you go. Want your teeth cleaned for free? Your smile makes us smile. Book your appointment. Meet our team. And these are the different services that we can provide. And you can add images, you can tweak things around, book your appointment. They come over here. Now the dentist gets that lead. Guys, this is how people all over the world are making $10,000 a month, $100,000 a month, running one-page websites. Do you guys see where I'm going with this? I could go over here. And actually, I'll do this right now. It's too late, but I'll make a video and I'll just do this. Hey, Dr. Gadazi, hope you're doing well. Listen, I have around 100 people live watching me on a Zoom class. And I thought of you, Dr. Gadazi, because right now, I don't think you're getting as many customers as you would like. So I have this proven ad, okay, as you can see. Anyway, these things are valued. I'm going to just walk you through. So this is an ad. Attention, London people who want to get their teeth whiter, more confidence. It's basically a bunch of copy that we give you, copy and paste for your Facebook. And I am willing to give you all of these ads. Okay, so there's about 2-3 ads here. Give you all the targeting, all the different keywords to target. And I'll give you this entire one-page website that's going to get you more people coming to your dentist so that they can get the teeth cleaned up, okay? I'll remove East Village and I'll put Dr. Gadazi, Harley Street. When your teeth cleaned for free, I'll come up with a different headline. Maybe you can give away something for free. Then I'll add in a picture of you and some of your staff members and the services that you provide. If you want, I'll even put a picture of you here. Let me know if you want this, Dr. Gadazi. I'm thinking of charging $5,000 to $10,000 for an entire campaign like this. But if you pay 500 quid, let me know. I'll send it to you for one payment of £500. Bye. How many of you guys can make a video like that for 1 minute by a show of hands? And you could send it to your dentist or doctor and just ask for $500 to $1,000. But if you go only 10 of those clients a month, that's an extra 5 to 10K a month. Yes or no? Now, here's the thing, guys. The reason why you can even give away the funnel for much cheaper is because you can now make money on the services. Does that make sense? So you can now offer Facebook services, charge the client $5,000, have all the work delivered for $2,500, and now you make $2,500, $3,000 a month profit. Ismail, can you just come over here and just like, here, take the microphone and just maybe share how you outsource your services? Okay, how many of you guys would like to hear from Ismail? Say hello, Ismail. Okay, Ismail, here, that's the microphone.
Hi guys. So what we usually do is as soon as a payment comes in, like let's say yesterday where a 13.5K payment came in, right? So of course we've promised the client to deliver. For us, for example, is advertising services. Okay. So what we then do is we just go out and look for a media buyer. So now in the third world countries like Pakistan, even like Ukraine, you can find these talent on sites like Upwork. They'd be happy to deliver the services for like $300 to $500 a month, and in their country, that's a lot of money to them, right? The average wage is like $300-400. So then what happens is once we hire them guys, of course, they're experts at delivering the service. They've mastered the skill, and you're walking away with like $4,000 or $5,000 a month in profit. And that's how it usually works.
Nice. Did you guys get that? So on each client, Ismail, on like say the client that you made yesterday, you had $13,500. How much profit is that?
So of course they paid for like 90 days up front.
So they paid for 3 months.
Yeah, they paid for 3 months up front. Now our media buyer, we would pay them $500 a month. And then we have like creative team of like people that handle operations and stuff, which cost us like an extra $1,500 a month. So all in all, we're walking away with 3K profit monthly, which over the 90 days works out to around about 8-9K all in all.
Nice. How many of you guys would love to do $8,000 or $9,000 of profit from one single funnel, guys? Yeah. So this is what I mean. Okay, like a lot of the times when you're starting off, you just need maybe 1 or 2 customers. Okay, 1 or 2 customers, and if they're paying you, okay, if they're paying you, say $5,000, if they're paying you, say $5,000, and you can now take that work and you can basically charge them $2,000. Sorry, $5,000, but your cost is $1,000 or $2,000. Now you're making $3-4 grand a month. Yes or no? Okay, so I'm going to actually just show you guys something, which is when people come in. And by the way, how many of you would love to get our funnels, these done for you funnel templates, so that you can resell them and make 100%? There's no licensing fee to us. You just take it, boom, you sell it, you keep all the money. How many of you would like that? By a show of hands. Okay, Ismail, just pick out maybe 10 people. Okay, so if you apply today to work with us, you are going to get access to this. So I'm just going to skim through because there's a lot. Okay, watch this. Okay, now depending on which program you buy, we are going to give you guys access to this where you can keep 100%. I hope you understand this. You could sell this same dental funnel. Okay, for example, this is one of the funnel. Can you guys see this? There's a headline, there's images, there's some copy. Another one, there's our doctors, success stories, ready to smile, all of this stuff. These are one-page websites. You get to keep all of it. How many of you guys know people in the real estate space? Raise your hand. We're gonna go real fast, guys. I'm keeping the best for last. This is the people that stay till the end. These are the most serious people. Trust me. You're gonna see these are the people that will become clients, or if not, they're already not clients. How many of you know real estate people? Just raise your hand. Okay, so watch this. You can go to a real estate agent and say, hey, listen, how about I give you a copy, Facebook ads copy, proven to convert. I give you funnels. This is what the funnel looks like. You want more people to come and view your houses, San Diego, whatever, boom. Okay. Click on this link. You can see what the entire funnel, one-page funnel looks like. It's an opt-in page. Next. How many of you know people that are in like selling homes? Okay, this is the copy. Come over here. This is the entire funnel. We buy houses in any condition for cash. So here's another one, home buyer's guide. Giving away a free report. Remember, you want to lead with something of high value. Okay, home buyer's quiz. Some images that gets people's attention. Rental marketing. Okay, and guys, we have so many. We have, in fact, over 50 different proven niches that you can have these funnels. How many of you are like, just give me this entire thing right now? Listen, if you just sell one person at $2,000 a funnel, it costs you zero to deliver, because we've done all of this. Okay, auto detailing. Okay, these are proven. You can basically just give these ads. Mortgage brokers. What else is there? Let's just go through a couple. CrossFit trainers. Copy and paste ads. Hey, CrossFit or gym, do you want to get more trainers? Okay, cool. Here's the entire funnel. Boom. Next. Okay, what's this one? Cool sculpting. I have no idea what this is. Hey, ladies want more of a smoother, tighter feel, whatever that is. Okay, so these are ads that you can use. This one is eyebrow threading messenger ad. Okay, these ads, the reason why we're doing this is because this is what people look for. Okay, how many of you, I just talked about Invisalign. Okay, the thing cost me like 3 to 5 grand. You know, I've probably spent like 10 grand with this one dentist. Okay, probably way more. Okay, so check this out. Attention, ladies, ready for a new smile. Copy and paste comes with a full funnel over here. Okay, so I can go on and on about this cryotherapy. How many of you know what cryotherapy is? Okay, I was literally paying like £400 a month, nearly $500 a month, the entire year last year. And what I would do is I would go and literally walk into a ice cold cryotherapy for like 5 minutes. Actually, my record was 6 minutes. After 6 minutes, I'm done. Okay, and all it is just ice cold therapy. So I want to walk you guys. Again, there's so many different funnels. I don't have time. Pilates or however you pronounce that stuff. Okay, salon. So many different niches. Spa, facial, dental implants. Okay, and remember, it doesn't just come with this, guys. It comes with who should you target? Gender, male, female, 35, placements, desktop, mobile, client's address, female, dentistry, ad settings. So this is all the done for you stuff. When you show this to a client, they freak out. So this is part of the agency funnels that we give. This is, for example, where is Abid? Is Abid still here with us? I don't know if he's still here, but for example, oh, there he is. Okay, Abid, there's Jenny. So for example, we talked to Winston. Winston doesn't have, okay, Winston didn't have, remember what I said? He's running an agency, but he didn't have his own SEO optimized website or his funnel or a VSL. Can we all agree on that? That's why he said he's been trying to make money for 1 year. The truth is, if no one can find you, no one's going to give you money. You have to make it easy for people to come to you. I make it very easy for you to come to me. I'll text you, email you, I'll run ads. I make YouTube videos. I do multiple things. So this is a lady, Joanna Silva. She's been selling for like 15, 20 years. You know, I think she came from Mexico into America, and she's been like just out there by herself, just selling, developing her skills. How many of you feel like Man, I've been out there in the world developing my skills, paying the price. How many? And then you come to me and then you're like, how is this guy that doesn't have no degree and is making millions of dollars? Well, guess what she did? She's been following me for 10 years. And then she joins a 5-day challenge. Okay. And guess what happens? During the 5-day challenge, she says, okay, I'm in. She joins my inner circle. Then she pays to come and spend 3 days with us in London in a workshop, hands-on workshop. And this is the funnel that we built. Okay, develop the charismatic psychology skills to 10x your commissions within the next 5 days and thrive in your corporate or entrepreneurial career. Okay, so basically she came to London. We did a complete professional photo shoot by Mikey. We helped her with a mission, method, vision. How many of you guys would love for me and my team to do this for you? Sometimes when you're too close to something, you don't even know what your mission and your method is. That's why you need a coach to help you. So we helped her, and basically we came up with different programs for her. This is her, okay, founder, Johanna Silva. Okay, she's been doing 17 years of business and sales experience, okay? So we scroll down, and then we basically have what's called a call booking funnel, where if people come in and they want to, remember, it's high ticket stuff. Do you guys see where I'm going with this? So that's why we say book a call. Why are we telling you guys, if you want to work with us, you have to book a call? Because the truth is, listen, I love you all, but I can't work with all of you. I just want 20 people. Does that make sense? So when you launch your programs, you just want 3 people or maybe 5 people. You don't want to, like when you're starting off, we take on 20 people and that's it. We help them. Once they're done, boom, we move on. Now, can I take on 100 people? Yeah, but I also want a life. I want my team to have a life. Does that make sense? They already put up with me. They don't need to put up with 100 clients. Okay, so this is why we keep it limited. So, by the way, if you're just joining us, make sure you book a call if you want to work with us. We only take on a handful of clients. So this, by the way, is called copywriting. So we do the copywriting. We came up, just like how we came up with Abid's program. Abid, this is her program, High Stats Closer. Okay, so we wanted to basically come up with like a high status focus closing program. Then we wanted to come up with a coaching program like this. Now she's very good on video. So we wanted to give her the boost of coming up with a 5-day challenge like this. So she's in my inner circle and I want to help her get to $1 million as fast as possible. So I'm basically giving her the sales career challenge. Does that make sense? Okay. So I've done 15 challenges. So we have all the SOPs, all the campaigns. I'm just going to pass them on to her so she can copy and paste. She's also been able to have a lot of passion for wealth. So we're helping her create a program called Self-Wealth Mastery. Okay. And by the way, remember what I said, give away something for free. Guess what she's giving away? Rise Above the Ordinary by Johanna Silva. And basically this is her book that she's going to be giving away. Right now it's just an ebook. Is this valuable stuff? Okay. Remember I talked about, and I don't want to go over everyone's funnels, but let's just go through. How many of you are like, you know, I'm in a completely different niche and I don't know if this is going to work for me? How many of you are one of those? Yeah, I know there's some of you here. Okay, for example, this is Carrie. Okay, now Carrie's not interested in helping people make money, in helping any of this stuff. She's a work-at-home mother. Okay, so she homeschools her kids. So we said, hey, Carrie, you know what? And Carrie's also been following me for a number of years. Actually, she knew me when I was like 22, 23 years old. She met me in San Diego. And then, 10 years later, she found me online again and she said, okay, Shaqir, I want to work with you. So this is her program. Discover your child's unique learning style and choose an education program that inspires lifelong program. Top 5 reasons why parents start homeschooling. So guess what she's doing? She's doing an automated webinar funnel that's basically going to teach people how to do. Now, her video is not live yet, but she's going to teach people how to become a homeschool master. and she's basically doing homeschool 1, homeschool 2. These are the different modules. Okay. Abid, didn't I go over the different modules that you can come up with? The different, do you guys see how this works? Plus this amazing bonuses. This is her. Okay. Who is Carrie? She's got a bunch of degrees. I had no idea. Traditional Chinese medicine. That's cool. Love of healing, health, meditation, positive nature, mindset, nature, hiking, family, friends. She began homeschooling her journey when her son was in 2nd grade school. And I'm glad, because these days kids should be homeschooled. Okay, so I'm glad. I'm so excited to help her. This is her course workbook. Can you guys see this? Okay, now I will just share with you. I'm not sure exactly how much she's charging for this, so I'm just gonna check. Okay, so she's doing a 5-day challenge for $7, and then I'm not sure how much her program is just yet. Oh, sorry, it's $497. Can you guys see this? Okay, now she's she's just created this. Imagine now she sells, let's just say, I don't know, 20 units a month. That's, what is that? 10 units is 5 grand. That's $10,000 a month. That's 120 grand a year. That's nothing to sneeze at. Yes or no? It's a good starting point. And I'm telling you this, right, guys? When I started internet marketing, I tried to make money in my first year. When I was like, probably I spent like maybe 5 to 6 months trying so many different things. I made $15,000. But my first year online, I made $120,000. My second year, I made 275K. In my third year, I made $1.2 million. So it took me 3 years from scratch. I have seen some of my students do it faster than me. God bless them. I've seen some students, it takes a little bit longer. It all depends on which program that you purchase from us and what you're willing to do with us. Does that make sense? So that's that. Okay, so this is her. Great to see this funnel. I'm excited. This is Dr. Tasneem. Okay, how many of you are in professional services? So I have a lot of doctors and professors and accountants and basically people that are in professional services. So this is Dr. Tasneem. And what we're doing with her is we're coming up with an automated webinar to book 10 to 20 more patients in her practice in the next 90 days. Okay. So as a primary care doctor, coach, counselor. So she lives in Dallas, Texas, and in Dubai. Okay. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Just focus on these 2 markets and let's see how we can help. So this is her opt-in page. This is her general physician, master of NLP, hypnotherapist, like lots of cool stuff. Okay, her background over here. And then again, this is her webinar just coming up. So it's not uploaded here. And this is her program, the PE methodology program. And it should basically open up. So again, this is one of her funnels that's basically coming up. And then let's just say, let's do maybe one more. So let's open up Rohini. Okay, so Rohini helps clinicians start, grow, and scale to 7 figures. Okay, so this is someone, she's been in this industry for a while. And so we basically created this funnel for her. And now she helps clinicians basically build their business. Okay, this is her methodology. So for example, Abby, and this goes for everyone. Okay, we will help you create your own unique methodology that positions you as an expert. Does that make sense? So if you see Rohini, okay, she's done so many different things in her life, but she's come from that clinician background. So this is an example of her stuff where it's called the clinic growth methodology. Okay, and so it's 5 steps. Now, when someone reads this, it might not appeal to you because you don't care about clinicians and whatever. But if imagine a clinician reads this and it goes, oh my gosh, I go to a clinic and I want to grow. And then they read the clinic growth methodology. How many of you think that they will want to book a call with Rohini? That's basically how it works. Does that make sense? So for example, Winston, I can, because Winston said he doesn't have his own methodology. He doesn't have his own funnel. He doesn't have any of these things. Okay, how we grow and scale medical practices, and then bang, basically all of this. Okay, so these are just a handful of examples of the funnels. I wanted to go through and share with you the case studies. Tomorrow, okay, tomorrow I'm going to go over a handful of extra funnels, digital marketing course funnels, coaching funnels. And these funnels basically are funnels that are called automated webinar funnels. Okay, we're going to talk about that tomorrow. How many of you want to learn about automated webinar funnels? Yeah, I know it's been great, it's been long, but remember, when you're overlearning, you want to be over earning too. As Warren Buffett says, the more that you learn, the more that you earn. Does that make sense? Just think of it in your mind right now. Yeah, thank you, Jenny, with a one person clapping you up. No, I'm kidding. I don't do this for the applaud. I do this because I know I can genuinely help you guys. And the more value that you guys can get, the more that you would want to take the next step with us. Okay, so this is one of our students. He's actually someone that works with the Wealth Academy team right now and the funnels team. He basically runs traffic for, you know, doctors, healers. Basically, he's built a I think it's a multi six-figure hyper profitable marketing agency as just a one person. So how many of you would like to be a one person business team? Anyone? Like, you don't want to deal with lots of employees. That's it. Guess what happens? When you join our program, every single week, you get to speak to him. So if you want to make $5, $10, $20,000 a month, I remember there was a doctor in America. She would only help people. She would only help basically females and female issues. Okay. And he was running the traffic. So imagine if you wanted to run traffic, if you wanted to do Facebook ads, if you wanted to build an agency, and you wanted to only target doctors, who else better to speak to than this guy? Does that make sense? So, guys, I want to wrap it up, and I want to just go over why is this super important. Like I said, when we launch this again, the total value of this is way over $100,000. Okay, because we do this challenge once a month or once every 3 months, we open up spots. Right now, it's $18,000, this entire program. It's a 90-day program. Your investment comes with a 300% success guarantee. We have to make sure that you're going to be a right fit for us. I'm looking for 100 success stories. Okay, and I do this by taking on 20 at a time. So I want to have 100% success rate. If we feel like you don't have what it takes, no offense, we're gonna turn you away. How many of you want to take advantage of this? By a show of hands. How many of you have already booked a call or booked a deposit, put down money to do this? I just want to see. Hey, okay, John. Actually, I haven't heard of John. So Ismail, give me a name. Let me just pull 1 or 2 people out here. John, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing? How you doing, Shaq? I was called you Ishmael.
Oh, you spoke to Ismail?
No, yeah, I spoke to Ishmael. Yeah, I have an agency.
Awesome, man. So tell us, you know, you've been doing this stuff for a while. I'm guessing you've been trying to make money online. What's the reason that you want to work with us?
I have been struggling. So I've been running ads and doing like on Facebook with my agency for like 3 months, and I'm struggling to close clients. I have over 300 prospects in my in my CRM, and I've talked to 99% of them, and I'm struggling to close one of them. So I'm like, I don't know where my disconnect is, if it's the people I'm talking to, if it's you know, my sales, you know, closing. I think it's probably both, to be honest. So that's like kind of been my biggest hang up. And then, you know, I saw, you know, the email come through from about this challenge. I'm like, let me take a look at this. Nice.
So I'm excited. Hey, thanks for investing in us. Let me ask you this. If someone is on the fence right now, maybe they've come from different communities, Facebook, YouTube, IG, Instagram, etc., and you have some advice for them to take the next step with us, what's something that you can share with them?
I could say have faith. Having faith is a big thing. And like to me, when I spoke with Ishmael on Wednesday, and he was kind of going over, what you offer, like seeing the fact that you're invested in guaranteeing, my success was like one of the key factors. Like, I'm like, if somebody's willing to have that kind of guarantee, that tells me they have faith in what they're doing. And so I should have faith in them. And so I'm willing to walk out on that faith and kind of work together. So that was my biggest thing, is like, if you're unsure, just take that step of faith.
Wow, I love it, man. I love it. And it does come down to like faith over fear, and so I'm gonna let you get back onto driving because I want you to be safe. Thank you very much. Let's give him a big round of applause, you guys. Benjamin, if we can unmute Benjamin. And guys, if you're on the fence, this is the time now. Ask us questions, book a call with us. We're going to wrap up in the next few minutes.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello, how's it going?
It's going pretty well. How about yourself?
Really good, dude. And so where are you from?
I'm actually from Star Valley, Wyoming.
Wyoming. Okay,
Yes,
nice. Nice, man. Great to connect. And you've joined our program. What's the main reason that you joined us?
So I have a couple different business ideas going in my head right now. I kind of can't focus on one thing very well. So I'm excited to see what we can do for you, or with you, I guess.
Nice. Nice, dude. And what have you tried in the past before that hasn't worked, that made you want to come to us?
So honestly, I graduated college about 3 months ago.
Oh, okay, nice.
So I'm pretty new at all of this, but it took me about 7 years to graduate college. So I want to help, prospective college students to pick the right degree for themselves. I worked with a bunch of vets, chiropractors, and that sort of thing in my last job, and I want to help them scale up their business. And just a lot of things have been through my mind the last month or so.
Dude, I appreciate it, and I appreciate that you joined us. You're in the right place. We've been doing this stuff for a very long time. So one of the reasons why we get everyone to put down a deposit and then come in for the $18,000 or whichever program, whichever is right for them, is because we can figure out, hey, based on your experience, your strength and weakness, which funnel is going to be right for you, right? And then even when you go to market, for example, like Todd, he's a very confident speaker, bang, 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 he can make YouTube videos. And some people, they're like, nah, I just want to be like behind the scenes. So based on that, we have to customize the ad campaigns, the funnels, the offers that you're going to sell. Maybe some people come in with lots of confidence. Like Todd, if you heard him speak today, he was like on the fence. He was like, I want to launch something $500. And I said, no, just stay. And I said, just come in for 90 days. And literally 91 days, boom, he makes $15,000. Do you think he cares about selling a $500 product anymore? Never. Okay. So guys, I want to wrap it up, but what I want to say is go and make sure you book a phone call with our team. Even if you're like, you know what, I really need to get some clarity on how this is going to work for me, book a phone call, and then I will see you guys tomorrow. One thing I'm going to request from all of you, thank you very much, guys, is please go to the Facebook group, leave me a written testimonial. All you do is just put the hashtag 5-day challenge. I know so many, we promised like 1 hour, and we're going on like 3-4 hours every day on this. If you have the confidence to make a video, please make a 1 to 2 minute video and just post it in the group. It will mean the world to us. My team is up late night supporting you guys. So I just want to thank them. I see Judy, I see, Mikey and a whole bunch of others, Marilyn, Funnels admin. I don't even know who the team members are, but thank you guys. I appreciate you all very much. Ismail, Jazakallah khair. Guys, thanks. I'll see you guys tomorrow. God bless. Catch you then.